Aliu. 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 Was that Romy? Hold on, guys. Wait a second. Hold on. Wait, I gotta. Mi corazón. Mi corazón. Te amo mucho. Mi amore. Time Force. It is. It's time. Hola, bebé. ¿Cómo estás? Bienvenidos. Buenas tardes. Aliu. 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 Don't speak Spanish, I'll blush. Desgraciadamente voy a hablar un poquito en español. Vamos. Let's have some fun, shall we? All right, guys. I'm going to join my friend call. I'm going to get in there. I'm also going to hop out here into my bedroom. And we're going to vibe. We're going to thrive. We're going to survive. Kerpow. Easy peasy. First time I'm able to catch one of these live. Welcome in. Glad to have you. Glad to have you. Let me make sure I have my group reactive up, because I don't think I do. Group reactive. And I'm going to come over here to the side because I know they're going to be coming out here. They're going to be coming out swinging, guys. They're going to come out swinging. I don't think you guys are ready. First time I'm able to catch, yeah. So thank you, guys. Hi, welcome in, everybody. My name is Roy. I'm your bunny host for today. I specialize in voice acting. I do a bunch of collaborative games with my friends. More importantly, it's Power Rangers night. It's Power Rangers night. Oh my goodness. I have been looking forward to Power Rangers night for 2 months, because that's the last time that we did one. Technically 3 months. Because it was back in August. And now it's November. Yippee indeed. Yippee! Swamp Miyagi, thank you so much for the 8 months. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. We're doing Time Force and then Connor dropping Ninja Storm. So, okay. All right. Listen. I know Connor just dropped Ninja Storm. Connor and I talked about it, okay? And I've had plenty of people being like, Roy, you're so far behind. What's happening? What's going on? Roy, what's happening? What are you doing? And listen, the thing is, we all get busy sometimes, you know? But we all set out on this journey together, and we're going to keep going through this journey together, you know? I haven't seen Power Rangers in forever. You picked a good season to come back for. Time Force is not entirely, but mostly self-contained, you know? After 10,000 years, I'm free. It's time to conquer Earth. One of those, right? I believe it is one of those. Yeah. But hello, everybody. I hope you're all having a fantastic night. Thank you for joining me. Happy Monday to you all. For me, it was a Friday. Hello, Komori. Hello, Toku Savantsu. Hello, Avis Echo. Vinav. Random Thud. Armada. Armada. ADTR210. Welcome in. Kotaro. I got a lot of people here. Hold on. I gotta scroll up. Foxy Tales. Timmy Tim. Romy, of course. Mi amore. Que bonita. Hi. Kane. Michaela. Franks. Casual King. Romy again. She gets two. Okay? She gets two. Kane. What the frick? Kane, I thought you were starting stream. What happened? Get out of here. Ryan D. Kuzate. Shadow. Waffle Cat. Coolest Joke. Yule. Donnie Lewis. Back to action. Absolutely. 100%. Oh my gosh. Cybercraft, hello. Panda Hero. RF Zex. I got jump scared when I saw the notification. What, that we're finally doing Power Rangers again? Romy Special, of course. I mean, she's pretty special something. Absolutely. Yeah, guys, I am really excited, to say the least. I am really, really excited to be sitting down and watching Power Rangers with the gang, with the group. You know, it's Kane Knight, 1/5 of the VTuber group Invicta, Royal Knight of His Majesty, and Zeus Mythos, the Master of Japanese. So, already getting the framework for my gaming journal up for 2025. Nice. Sounds like a good time. Yeah. But hi, thanks for the first messages. I appreciate you. Guys, how's everyone doing tonight? How's everyone having a good Monday? I hope you're all doing fantastic. We made it to the weekend. Absolutely. I'm so excited. Time Force was my first Power Rangers. The nostalgia is going to hit me like a truck. Absolutely. And Time Force has aged well. So can't wait for Zeus to explore one of my favorite seasons. It's great. And the fact that we have more seasons after this that are still waiting makes me like, oh, I'm almost glad we're not caught up, you know? Because like, we don't have to rush, you know? We don't have to be like, oh my gosh, like, what are we going to do while we're waiting for all this other crap to happen, you know? It's going to be great. I got the sick this weekend, so it's good to have this at the end of that. Oh, well, I hope you are feeling better, Franks. Welcome back to the stage of history, a tale of souls and swords, eternally retold. I pinched a nerve in my back. How are you doing? I'm doing my breast out here. You know, what the frick? Hey, thank you for the 4 months and the 100 bits.
You could also watch his short video on the bootleg movie. Only like 17 minutes.
Oh, well, I haven't seen the bootleg movie yet, so I'd have to go back and watch that. But hey, thank you for the 4 months. Thank you for the it's a level 2 hype train. Oh, guys, thank you. No one's late for anything. I'm still waiting for Zeus and Kane. See, I'm doing my just chatting now. I'm doing my starting. I'm doing my warm ups. You know, I'm doing my you know. You gotta get a little bit of that in, because if you don't, that's where things can get a little crazy. You know, you gotta get your oots and atses in. First time catching you live. I've seen all your Power Rangers videos on YouTube. Hell yeah! I'm glad to hear it. I'm actually excited because this is the first time that we are doing this type of stream on the YouTube side of things, which is very, very exciting. So the VOD will be up immediately once the stream is done, or if you're watching on YouTube, you can rewind parts of it. So yeah, hi YouTube. My birthday's in a week. You guys are doing my favorite season like an early present. Hell yeah. Who's your favorite Ranger? I gotta know, Donnie. Let me know. So I got 2 hours of my shift left, ready for you to distract me. We're probably gonna be here for a couple hours. So I'm not caught up on your Power Rangers videos, but here for the vibe. Hell yeah, we do love it. Hi Twitch, hi YouTube. It's funny to see you guys talking to each other. Hello, me from the future wanting the archived version of this stream. Well, there you go. It's perfect. Hey, thank you for the 5 gifted subs, Swamp Miyagi. I appreciate it. Thank you for getting us to level 3. I think that's level 3. Listen, I just pretend like I know what I'm talking about. Okay? I just pretend like I know what I'm talking about. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate it. It means a lot. Trust me, I have wanted to do this for a while. But like I said, we're always strongest when we're together. You know? Oshi Sentai! V-Danger! So, gotta have Kane, Zeus, and myself together all at the same time. How many levels in this train are there? I think it goes up infinitely, but it becomes harder and harder to level it up as it goes on. So, I don't know. Let's see how far you can take it, Fricks. Bust out that wallet. Let's see how far you can go. Recruits, suit up. Did you see the name for next year's Super Sentai? I did not. Should I? Is it something that I should be aware of? Is it something that I should be aware of? Uh-oh. Also, I should pull up Connor the Waffles Time Force video before I forget, because I will forget. Still muted. Good. All right, cool. Got it. Just want to make sure I had it ready. Yippee! Yeah, what is next year's? Give this man a great Thanksgiving. I mean, that would be pretty insane. No complaints here. Listen, you wanna make my Thanksgiving even better? I'll just use that to make Christmas this year better. Yeah, that's exciting. Wes, 100% my favorite Red Ranger, Power Ranger in general. Jen and Eric are also my favorite Pink and 6th, respectively. I mean, strong Rangers. Great picks. Good picks, honestly. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Kusa? It's been leaked, so if you don't like leaks, don't search it. That's fine. You can mention it. Lucky AVL, welcome in, welcome in. You look like the classic bun plush with the shade of pink. Wow. That's crazy. I don't know what you're talking about. In my opinion, Time Force is second best, only barely beaten out by Mystic Force. Ooh, disagree. Big disagree. Hi, Kane.
What are you disagreeing with?
Someone said that Time Force is only barely second place to Mystic Force, and I was like, ooh, I don't know about that one, Chief.
I would never.
I would never. You're not quiet.
Never.
You're like at a good volume.
I'm at a good volume?
Yeah, I feel like I always have to boost you. You're that like, I understand you immediately.
I'm sorry. That is so weird because these are the same exact settings I use all the time.
No, you sound louder than normal, but like in an audible, like I don't have to like listen. It's you're just there. Are you the real Kane?
I don't know anymore.
Kane, I've missed you so much, Kane. Kane, you're not
I
really.
missed you.
You can't leave me ever again, Kane. I have abandonment issues.
All right.
But before we get into my abandonment issues, I do have a message from a certain, kitty bartender. He wanted me to beat you up. Yeah.
Why am I not surprised?
Hey, thank you for the 100 bits. I appreciate it. Are you? How are you, Kane? It's good to see you.
I'm good.
That's good. That's good. Oh no, it's Psycho Kane.
Not me.
I knew it.
I wish I had like the beep noise. The communicator noise.
Yeah.
But I don't.
Just have it on ready. Have it ready to go. Seeing Kane now, I want Boba. Me too.
Ooh,
Boba does sound
that
pretty
sounds
good.
Well, hold on. Is my mom and pop shop place open right now? Maybe
Get me
I
one.
Could, like order one.
Get me one. Thanks.
Yeah. What would you like?
Taro.
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 Huh. I don't know. I pinned you as like a passion fruit kind of guy.
Is it because I'm pink?
No. Wait. No. I don't even think of the color pink when I think of passion fruit. I think of the color orange.
Oh. Taro.
Taro.
Listen, it's either that or we get baked into a pizza, man. I don't know what to tell you.
You know, I don't mind that at all.
Okay.
I don't mind that at all.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure.
Oh
my gosh. There's so many people talking in chat. I'm so happy. So many people
Hi,
have been
everyone.
asking.
I know that
Especially-
you've all been waiting for this, and I apologize. But we're here now.
Don't apologize. It's not your fault.
Anyway.
Listen, I'm not throwing you under the bus. You're throwing yourself under the bus.
Yeah. I'm taking accountability is what it is.
All right. Well, if that's the case, yeah, everyone blame Kane. It's his fault. The past 2.5, 3 months have not happened with anything Power Rangers. Oh my God. How dare. It's not my fault. Listen, I would never.
No, never.
I would never.
But we're waiting on Zeus right now, who
Yes.
is making food. Actually, let me check this.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like Zeus.
Yeah,
like,
no, they're still making food. They're on their starting soon screen.
What the hell,
But,
Zeus?
yeah, they're making a whole thing.
It's crazy.
I'm envisioning a 5-star filet mignon, freshly mashed mashed potatoes, salt and pepper, olive, asparagus. What is the most ridiculous and high-end thing that Zeus could possibly be making right now? So that way, when they come in here and tell us it's not that, we can get disappointed.
Souffle.
Souffle.
Yeah,
Souffle.
there you go. Lobster? I don't know about that.
Oh, maybe. You know,
Maybe.
but then we could just ask, like, you know, when Zeus finally comes in, what do you mean you didn't make lobster? You told us, and I quote, you were making lobster.
Wagyu beef souffle.
Sounds amazing.
Actually, it does sound really good. I'm not gonna lie.
Sounds amazing.
Wagyu lobster. All right, you guys are getting crazy now. You guys are getting wild, wacky, inflatable arm playing tube man.
What would that even taste like?
Yeah, it is. Woo, I don't know. Listen, don't worry about it. Okay, don't worry about it. So Roy and Kane, if you had to pick 5 6th Rangers to make a team, who would you pick? Ooh. Damn, we're already starting. People are already hitting us with the hard-hitting question.
5 6 Rangers.
Tommy, and Tommy.
And you could. You totally could. Okay. You know, I don't know if I was even considering Tommy when I immediately started thinking about this. Zeus.
Did you bring us the Wagyu lobster?
Yeah, how was your Wagyu lobster?
I did not have a Wagyu lobster.
What do you mean? Why don't you have what is it? Wagyu
lobster.
beef souffle.
There you go.
No, I don't. I'm poor.
But you were making food.
Yeah, you said you were making food.
And I quote.
I mean, I only make giniling, but that's not technically.
Wait, one more time. What was that?
I made giniling, not like
Giniling?
Wagyu steak.
I think I know what that is.
Yeah.
Giniling?
Hold on.
Giniling, yeah. Giniling.
I need translators notes real quick. Chat, help me out here.
I think I know what that is,
don't
but
let
I wouldn't
Zeus
even
know.
know how to begin spelling that.
Okay.
It's a Filipino dish, everyone. I can tell you that
yeah,
much.
Filipino dish.
It's a pork Filipino dish with like it's grounded pork that you mix in with a lot of spices and vegetables, and you add in like a hard-boiled egg and all that stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah, sounds really delicious, and it's really good too.
I'm down for it.
Yeah.
To be fair, that sounds better than what I made earlier. I mean, listen, it's no Wagyu souffle, but you know.
It's no Wagyu souffle.
It's no Wagyu souffle.
It's anything but.
Oh my goodness gracious. I've missed you guys.
I missed you too.
Miss you guys. Let's go. Don't cry, Roy. It's okay.
Are you okay?
No.
No.
I've been depressed for the past month.
Oh my God.
Oh. Well, thoughts and prayers.
Thanks. I appreciate
I
it.
don't think
no
that's how
worries.
I don't think that's how you comfort a person.
It's not?
I thought thoughts and prayers was
No!
perfect. I feel
Are
so
you
much better
kidding
now.
me? I've been doing this wrong this whole time?
Thoughts and prayers are for funerals. What are you talking about?
Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers.
Sorrows,
prayers.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh. All right, you know what? Let's kick this off like we normally do. Guys, welcome into another fantastic Power Rangers night. My name's Roy Chiato, like a macchiato. I'm a bunny host, VTuber. I specialize in voice acting. I do a bunch of collaborative chaos with my friends. More importantly, tonight we've got Kane Knight.
Hi everyone, my name is Kane Knight. I am an ultimate Ikeman, 1/5 of the VTuber group and victim, Royal Knight of His Majesty. I'm not doing the whole thing. Go
Okay.
Continue. Yeah.
And we've got Zeus.
Hi.
That's about that's pretty on
That's my
brand.
intro. Hi.
I'm sorry, what was that last night? You said something about Yaponomics, you have a whole
No.
thing.
Yeah, it was something about Yaponomics, the master of Yaponomics. You know.
Too long.
Listen, I'm
Too
getting my degree.
long.
I'm getting my degree in Yaponomics. I understand. I get it.
It's too long. It's okay. Move on. Your turn, Roy.
You know what? I already went. What do you mean my turn?
Wait, have you been?
I started it off. Yeah, of course.
He literally, yeah,
Oh,
he did his whole
okay.
thing.
Oh my God,
like
Zeus.
from the top, yeah.
I'm just waking up.
Here, I got some coffee
I'm
for you.
just
Don't
waking-
worry. I got some coffee.
Yes,
So wait, is
Thank
this a
you.
breakfast dish then that you're making?
No.
Oh.
I mean, it could be a breakfast dish, but usually it's lunch.
That's
So
cool.
it's brunch.
Ooh.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh. All right. Zeus getting a little fancy now. Where the mimosas at?
I don't have mimosas. I only have Bailey's whiskey.
I mean, we can make this coffee Irish, I guess. Then.
I got you. I'll bring out my Bailey salted caramel for you, buddy.
Ooh, salted caramel. Hold up now. It's about to be a drunk stream. My goodness gracious.
My
It's
goodness.
really good.
I'll watch.
Oh, I know.
Now, I am not drinking this early in the morning.
No, listen, I'm not drinking this late at night. I
You're
gotta go
not
to the
starting
gym
the
after
party
this.
early?
No, I'm not pre-partying. No,
Not
the heck?
pre-gaming?
I'm
That's
not
so funny.
pre-gaming. It's
I thought
too
she
early
loved
to
us,
pre-game.
Kane. Thought we were fam. Turns out we're not even bae.
Damn. Am I
That's
witnessing
right,
a breakup live on stream, guys?
No. Can't listen. We just got the gang back together, okay? I want to morph a couple more times before, like, we call it out there. Guys, if you have never experienced one of these streams before, though, welcome. You are definitely in for a treat. For those of you that are from my community, from Zeus's community, from Kane's community, welcome to Oshi Sentai V-Danger! During this series, we sit down and watch the three of us together, a series of videos compiled by the wonderful Connor the Waffle, who started with Mighty Morphin and has made it all the way up to Ninja Storm. We are up to Time Force. It is a comprehensive breakdown of almost every episode to the best of their capability, because
unless the DMCA hits it, in which case we're gonna fill in the blanks. We're gonna fill in the blanks and give you as much commentary as possible.
Exactly. Now, some of you may be asking, "Wow, Roy, that's really weird. Why are you enjoying Power Rangers in 2024?" Well,
because it's I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
Well, my dear viewer, that is because Zeus is brand new to the franchise, and we can't really say brand new anymore because she has, in fact, seen at least how many seasons are we on?
2. It was 2.
6?
2 seasons.
Wait.
No, now.
2. Yeah, now 2.
No.
Yeah.
Mighty Morphin, 3 seasons. Zeo.
Oh, you mean like the?
Yeah!
Like the
Oh, you mean okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought the shows that I've watched on my own.
Yeah, that's what I'm counting.
Zeus has now been caught up through Lightspeed Rescue and has watched 2 seasons on her own as well. So we are slowly indoctrinating Zeus into the cult of Power Rangers.
Yeah.
So.
You didn't tell me this was a cult, Ayo.
It clearly said it. Where do you think the red fruit punch came from?
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
You're right. Damn.
Here's the fruit punch.
Listen.
So you get to see the signs until later on.
Where's the fruit punch?
Listen, there was a guy earlier in a leather jacket and he face planted into it and now he's wearing it. I don't know what to tell you.
I've been here the whole time. What do you mean I'm parched?
Listen, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. All right, how about a nice smoothie, from the juice bar?
Mango smoothie sounds really good right now.
Actually, a fruit smoothie does sound pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
You mentioned a taro smoothie, or taro milk tea earlier.
I did.
That sounds delicious.
That's the dream. Guys, what do you say we dive into watching some Power Rangers together?
I suppose we could.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? Blue's gonna do the weekend.
I am free. I happen to be booked out for this time specifically.
God, I swear to God, you guys. If either one of you was, I would have lost my gosh dang mind.
Oh, sorry guys, I gotta collab in 2 seconds. Okay, bye.
Oh yeah, actually, you know what? I actually realized that I'm busy this day. Bye.
I would have lost my mind. I have to like reposition you guys.
They're so tiny on your end.
On my end?
Well, not tiny, but like we're small.
Well, yeah, but you guys were too big for a second because of the positioning of everything.
For a little bit.
For a little bit. Okay.
For a little bit.
I feel like
I'm
you're decently sized on mine.
You know what? We'll take it. We'll take that.
Let me just...
Go ahead and kill the music.
Let me kill my music.
Whoa.
Let me kill my music too.
Whoa. We're all killing our
Music is
music.
non-existent anymore.
Let me full screen this. Let me... Hold on.
There is only Power Rangers.
I love
There's
that.
only ever Power Rangers.
I love that people are finding my old emotes on 7TV now. Or maybe it's Frankerface. I can't remember which one I have them on. But it's like, back when I was Roy Zoga, I did Power Rangers branding. So like I have Power Rangers themed emotes.
Aww.
And
So cute.
I think all of them are seasons we've watched now. So you'll get all of them. All the references I've made with each and every one. Now, like I said, we are watching Lightspeed, or not Lightspeed. We're watching Time Force today. Lightspeed.
Okay.
Lightspeed's done. There we go.
Hold on a sec. Play a little bit right now just so I can get volume situated because I don't know if this is going to be booming, Connor, or not.
I got you.
Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue was a fun season.
Okay, that's a little bit loud on my end.
Okay.
How we feeling, chat?
Let me
How did
lower
that
it.
sound so far? MCs, how did that sound?
MC is. How did
Do I
that
need to
feel?
boost that at all, or? 'Cause we're about at half volume for that.
I
That
think
sounded
you
good.
guys a little
Let me
bigger.
boost it ever so slightly. Just in case. Just to... Okay. All right. I think I'm ready.
Perfecto.
MCs, you ready?
Zeus, are you ready?
I am ready.
I think it's
Neither is
time.
ready as well.
Let's do it, guys.
It's time for
Let's do
Time
it!
Force.
Sorry, you don't get it yet. But
You will.
I don't get it yet.
You will at the end.
I
It's
heard
okay.
that a lot of people do not like Time Force, or am I just crazy?
You're crazy.
Okay.
That is the complete opposite. It is always in a top 5 list.
That is
100%.
wild.
Okay.
This
'Cause
is
I've
a
seen-
top 3
I've
season
seen someone
easy.
in my chat before saying that like Time Force isn't like their favorite at all.
What?
And yeah, I don't know.
I think you need to
I'm
unfriend
just
them off
relaying.
Mods, destabilize their atoms.
Who named them? Oh my god, it's been a
What
while, buddy.
in
Name
the
them.
world? Unfriend them
It's
off
been,
Facebook.
it's been like 3 weeks.
Add
since
them
they've
to
been
your block
expecting.
list and then share that block list with me so it'll also be blocked from my channel.
Add them on Facebook, unfriend them, then refriend them, then block them again.
Oh my goodness.
Just to make a
Absolutely.
statement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
give them a puppy, get them attached for 9 months, and then take the puppy away.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
whoa,
exactly.
That's a little dastardly.
Go into their house and rearrange their DVDs in different cases, but then take one so that way when they finally do it, they're missing that one and they don't know where it is.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
All
You're
right.
Evil.
Let's dive into Time Force. Before we dive in, I'm sure Connor will probably talk about this at some point. However, I do want to mention it because we have mentioned it in previous videos that we have done together. Now, as you know, Zeus, all Power Ranger seasons are based on Super Sentai seasons for the most part. They either take direct inspiration, they use suits, they use monster designs, they use the mecha,
Or they're 1-to-1.
or they're 1-to-1. In this case, this is the first time Power Rangers has gotten it's like 95% the same as the Super Sentai plot.
It's like not even. Yeah, it's basically 1-to-1.
Yeah. There's a few small things, and I'll talk about them as we go on and they become relevant.
Yeah.
But honestly, Time Force does its own things well enough that I'm kind of okay, I'm okay with it. And I love Time Ranger.
Yeah.
So the Super Sentai for this is Mirai Sentai Time Ranger, which I also think is a top 5 season because it's just
They
so
go
good.
over time and space. It's fantastic.
Oh, I love that theme so much.
If I'm being honest, I actually really don't like it all too much.
I love that theme. It's not as good as Go-Go 5's, but anytime I hear Go Over Time and Space, I get goosebumps because I like the jazz rendition of it a lot.
There's a jazz rendition of it?
For
There
some
is.
reason, the entire season of Time Ranger is super jazzy. There's so much sax and brass. It's so good.
God damn.
Yeah. So, all right.
How does a boss fight sound then?
Well, that's the Super Sentai.
All of
Okay.
all of the background music especially for Super Sentai are usually bangers. Even Rangers too, especially during this era. But this is like the orchestra era that Roy is very
Well, I've said this a couple of times.
polarized on. That's the
Yes,
word I'm looking
polarized. Because there are some times I really like it. Time Force is one of the seasons that I enjoy it. But Lightspeed, I didn't.
Okay.
And Lost Galaxy, I didn't. But Time Force, I do like it.
Okay.
So, all right. Let us dive in
for. Let's go.
to
Let's go!
the weird world of Power Rangers Time Force. Thank you, Connor.
Thank you, Connor.
Power Rangers Lightspeed
Thank you,
Rescue was
Connor.
a fun season, but at the time, it wasn't held in the highest regards.
It's still kind of in a weird place. I will be completely honest.
Lightspeed.
It's again, I mentioned this last time. If you if you asked me to name every single Power Ranger season, not because I dislike it, but I would probably forget Lightspeed.
Yeah. Also,
Under
hi,
no, like,
Michaela.
number.
Yeah. It's kind of funny because Kane will say that, and I'll always say Lightspeed Rescue is the most inoffensive season of Power Rangers, where it's it doesn't, in my opinion, it doesn't do anything garbage. But aside from Carter, nothing really stands out to me. And then I guess the Titanium Ranger is kind of a cool concept, but it's really awkward. And you even pointed it out that he disappeared for 3/4 of the season. So,
Gone.
yeah.
You're just gone halfway through.
Oh, that's right. We
Yeah.
were having the She's Learning.
Yes! Absolutely. And if you guys have never seen us react to Power Rangers before, this is what it's going to be a lot of. We watch 5 seconds, talk for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Get
And
back,
then
relax
we
for
have
a-
about it.
Strap in.
Get ready for a long stream, everyone.
I'm so excited.
Yep.
Oh.
However, Power Rangers Time Force
Yes.
is regarded as one of the best seasons of all time.
Easy.
With its beloved characters and serious drama.
It's so good.
Midai Sentai Time Ranger was
Yes!
the 24th season of Super Sentai. It followed a group of time-traveling
Those are
heroes
weird
from the
suits, but
future.
okay.
Yeah, hold on. I'll
season of
pause on
Super
them.
Sentai.
So
But yeah. What
I
am looking?
don't like these.
I
These are their uniforms, technically.
This is their the
It's- okay.
Japanese are. This is their uniform.
So
It's
No. they
yes
only
and no.
they only use them for morphing. That's
yeah.
it. They never wear them outside of morphing. And I don't think they
Okay.
ever explicitly explain what they are. I'm trying as hard as I can remember. But I
As
think
far
it was
as
just
I know, that they don't have a reason for why they wear them. But you see this in American footage all the time, like when they morph and like in the not when they morph in the opening sequence.
Yeah.
But they never once explain what that is.
Mhm.
It's very funny.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
Yeah, but it's funny because Kaku Ranger did something similar where they'd like throw off their outfits and then they'd be in their ninja gear. But like this is
Okay.
like that, but this.
Space. Time.
It's time.
Something.
Yeah.
Time. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
They're so
It
wonky
followed a
looking. I'm
group
so
of
sorry.
time-traveling heroes
They
from
are.
the future, going back in time to the modern day to fight crime.
Yippee!
Sounds like a pretty solid concept. Some people regard Time Force as the best of the Saban era of Power Rangers.
Ooh.
Oh.
I would agree.
I'd probably agree.
I would 100% agree.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
I'd say In Space is probably number 2
Mm.
of Saban era specifically.
Okay.
I remember having my eyes glued to the TV when I watched this years ago. But how does
good.
it hold up today?
Let's go, Connor!
What made Time
Hey,
Force
we
such a
met that
fan
guy.
favorite
We
all
did!
these years later. I guess there's only
We
one
had a
way to
panel with
find
them.
out. Because it's time for Time Force.
He said nothing.
He said the title.
Let's
Force
go.
from the Future Part 1.
It's
We
so
start off in
good.
the year 3000.
Oh,
Yep,
it's such
the
a good
future. There's
intro.
a criminal leader named Ransik, and he's doing battle with the Red Ranger. It's a pretty awesome fight, but eventually the Red Ranger, whose name we'll learn is Alex, captures and cuffs Ransik. Before his court trial, we get a look at Alex's team.
Also, what's the actor's name for Ransik again? He's like an actual famous.
Vernon Wells.
Yeah, so very well respected, well known actor.
He's fantastic.
Actually crushes it this season. Genuinely a top 5 villain and a top 5 seasons.
Mm.
There's Lucas, the cool guy who's in charge of driving, Katie, the tough, strong girl, Trip, the green-haired anime boy and his talking robotic owl Circuit,
Anime
and
boy!
Jen, who also happens to be dating Alex. But not for long, as Alex actually proposes to Jen here.
Aw.
Despite Jen saying they've never even been on a proper date,
That'd be a nice change to actually have a date with my boyfriend.
during Ransik's hearing, he's
So really quickly, for anyone who's never like seen this season of Power Rangers, if Jen looks very familiar for some reason, you might have seen her on How I Met Your Mother, or possibly familiar with her work on what is it, Resident Evil
Yep.
Vendetta.
She
I
voices
believe.
and mocaps Rebecca Chambers.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then some other things as well. But
Yep.
yeah, it's probably where you've probably seen her.
And also has done a lot of stuff on the Hallmark channel for like Christmas
Mhm.
movies.
Oh, that's
Uh,
right. That's right.
And we'll see him later, but let's get to
That'd
this.
be a nice change to actually have
So Alex, the actor that plays him, which is Jason Font,
Font.
is a mocap artist who has done work on Devil May Cry.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's a lot of like, whoa, like this is the era where we really start.
Gaming industry.
Yeah, it's the
Well,
gaming
yeah.
industry, it's voice acting, but
This is also the very first, and I think the only union season of Power Rangers.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh
So.
damn.
But-
Keep this in mind as we watch. But
Yep.
this was one of the first and only seasons to ever, beyond Mighty Morphin, to ever be considered for a second season.
Yep. And they wrote up a
Oh,
premise
wow.
for it too, and they shot it down, which makes me really sad.
Oh, they didn't get to release it afterwards.
No, they
unfortunately.
continue doing the yearly like release because the next scene is in his Wild Force.
Yep.
But this was like at the end of this, they were like, you know what? This was really good. Let's make season 2, and it never happened.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
And I'm gonna be real. I think they could have done it. I think there were just enough like plot threads that they could have tugged on to like explore some stuff still. But anyway.
I have a date with my boyfriend.
During Ransik's hearing, he's found guilty and is ordered to be sent to prison.
Oh no.
Jen, Lucas, Katie, and Trip are put in charge of transporting Ransik.
Wait a minute. What the heck? This looks dope. I don't remember. It's probably only in this scene, but like.
Yeah, no, this is
That uniform
never
is
seen
there.
again.
Yeah.
Oh
wait,
my
that was
God.
sick.
I wonder if that's in the auction.
Oh, it probably was. Yeah.
Whatever.
Anyway.
To prison. However, they get
There's a
ambushed
logical
by
explanation
Ransik's
for
daughter,
that.
Nadira, and robot servant Franks, leaving them beaten and battered on the side of the road. Ransik makes it to prison and takes control of it, planning to leave this time period with some prisoners. So let's explain this. In this world, all prisoners are essentially shrunk down into
Yup.
action figures and cryogenically stored in these tubes, which Ransik
Wait,
has
what?
now stolen from him.
Yeah.
Because, by this point in time, there's so many like criminals and to save space and
They
whatever
gotta
it may
turn
be.
them into little
Let's
tiny
turn them.
knives.
Yeah, and then they
Oh
can
my.
cause problems when they're like this.
Yep.
You know what? Understandable. Pretty much a foolproof plan.
It's also quote unquote more humane than to just put them in a prison.
Yeah.
True.
I think Connor will finish explaining it, but if he doesn't, I'll explain it.
Himself.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, we see the
Never mind. Okay, so when they get shrunk down, they can also be cryogenically frozen. So
Oh.
they're all put in like, they're like, oh, you got 25 years, you go in like cryostasis, shrunk down for 25 years. But
Yeah.
it's for you, it's like, because it's you go in and you're like, oh,
I'm back.
I'm back
I
now.
snapped back. Yeah.
So, but I think they talked about it, at least in Time Ranger, when they're frozen, they're aware of the time around them being frozen.
Oh,
Yeah.
then never mind.
Yeah, so it's kind of like
They're
a
not gonna
horror.
s-
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
Yeah.
They're just waiting out the time to do everything
kind of.
around them is like, oh, well.
Listen,
okay.
if that doesn't turn you into a reformed member of
Yeah,
society,
like-
I don't know what will.
Listen, we catch you again. That's it.
Yeah,
Oh,
very
We're
demolition
gonna
man.
sell you
Yep.
on eBay and everything.
Yep, exactly. We'll sell you
You're
in the
gonna
Power
be an
Rangers
action
auction.
figure to this kid, and
We're
trust
gonna
me,
put
don't
you
want
on
that.
heritage auction.
gang
Um,
distraught
Okay.
and getting chewed out for letting Ransik get away. We learn a bit more about these characters here. Jen is the most frustrated with the situation and feels
love her.
personally responsible. She's essentially in command when Alex isn't around. We learn that Trip is an alien and has telepathic abilities. He can read minds. When they need to commandeer a car, Katie just grabs a guy with one hand and throws him out. She's sweet, but can kick your butt.
She's super strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
That's
Damn.
weird thing that her counterpart in the Sentai does not have super strength. They just are strong because
yeah.
Oh,
yeah. So I don't know why they decided to give her super strength.
She just has like inhumane strength.
Yeah, like
But I
superpower
imagine
strength.
it's a future thing.
Yeah.
If you want to get really technical,
here
once
we
you
go.
get the Power Rangers SPD, there's like a lot of
True.
humans that get like powers that are associated with their DNA and things like that. Like some people can
Oh.
make force fields, some people can like look at
Ooh.
energy signatures, things like that. I'm assuming this is in line with that. I doubt that was
Okay.
part of like the thought process. But if you want to get in world and think about it, that's probably,
Wait,
you know.
I saw something the other day and I had completely forgotten about this for SPD and it actually bumped SPD up in my books. Did you remember that SPD, all of the power things were planned and it wasn't accidental and they weren't born with them?
Oh yeah.
I didn't remember that at all.
Yeah.
I
That
didn't-
was 100% planned.
I didn't remember that at all. So I saw that in like a recap video the other day and I was like, wait, I forgot that. That's so dope. Sorry,
Sorry, we're jumping ahead.
just
Or
like to
jumping
nerd
back
out.
technically.
no, it's all good.
jumping
I love how Roy just slowly opened your third eye, being like, I did not know this. Now I know.
It's been a while
the
since I
final
watched
piece to this
SPD.
puzzle.
Listen, it's been a while since I've been able to geek out. Okay, Zeus. Okay,
It's
Zeus.
okay. It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay. It's all right.
Okay,
Breathe.
okay.
We're here geeking.
He's
It's
there.
fine.
Ransik makes his way to a vehicle that
Lucas is the only one of the cast that doesn't have like a discernible like talent.
Oh.
And his talent is like racing fast cars. Or he could drive anything? Something?
Mhm.
What was that?
No, he's just good at driving.
He's just good at driving.
Yeah.
That's it.
Damn. I mean, that's still a pretty good skill if you can maneuver like a big ass traffic place. Then please be my guest. I would like to go home 5 minutes less. Thank you.
I'll talk about the Sentai counterpart once the video is done. But Blue in Time Ranger is way
His
better.
ability is just initial D.
I mean, it is in Time Ranger.
What's your superpower? When I get into a car, Deja Vu just starts playing.
Yeah.
Wait,
That
are
is
you
true.
like good at driving? No, it's just I don't know. It just starts playing. I don't know where it comes from.
Oh my
Can you
god.
imagine? That'd be so wild.
I would
That
love
is
that
Anyway.
so
funny.
much.
That'd be
I have
so
my own
good.
theme
Stopped
song,
by
but I don't do
Alex.
anything with
the
it.
two of them do battle again.
This is such
but
a
when
good
Jen
fight,
shows up,
too.
Alex gets distracted for a quick second, allowing Ransik to get the upper hand and land a fatal blow to Alex. In his last moments of life, he hands his morpher to Jen and tells them to stop Ransik. He's traveled through the wormhole to God knows.
So yeah, Alex is dead, by the way.
Oh damn.
Like dead.
The first episode and someone already dies.
Yep.
Alright,
And it's the
already
Red
making
Ranger.
mistakes.
The
Yeah.
Red Ranger
Goddamn.
is now dead.
Oh, also, we didn't see it in that shot. Somebody mentioned it in chat. Thank you, Blood Edge. One of Ransik's powers, because he's a mutant, he can turn his bones into weapons.
Oh,
so
yes.
you'll see it. He might play a scene of it later in the video, but he literally, like, most of the time he'll pull like a bone out of his like knee and it turns into his sword. And
So he'll
Oh,
put his
God.
like leg up on something, like a knee up on something,
Yeah.
and then this bone will just shoot up out of his leg, and he'll grab the
God.
bone and just whip the sword out.
It's
It's
so-
very
It's so cool looking. I love it.
Oh my
for
goodness.
for a kid show at the time. That was
That was metal.
unprecedented. Yeah, like no, this is wild.
the bone of my sword.
I am
Was
the
when-
bone of my sword. Fire and
I scream.
never mind. I'm not gonna do
Jen,
it.
No.
in rage, tells her team to follow her. She grabs the rest of the morphers and they get into a time-traveling vehicle. She ignores the Force's orders and they set course to 2001. Force from the Future Part 2.
Yippee!
Ransik makes it to the past and quickly gets acclimated. Meanwhile, the Time Force team crash their vehicle on a beach and are pretty out of their depth.
Oh, no.
Sticking out like a sore thumb. They explore the town we'll come to learn is Silver Hills, searching for Ransik. But Jen accidentally bumps into a motorcyclist, who she thinks she recognizes. Before she has time
Whoa,
to
that's
think,
crazy.
they find Nadira robbing a jewelry store.
I love Nadira. I just have to say, the
Damn.
the wig just.
Their drip is insane.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
For no reason.
She's
Nothing.
slaying.
She do slay.
Slaying,
Slay.
indeed.
Mhm.
It's actually really funny because the Sentai, they did not change her character at all from the Super Sentai. It's just a different actress, but it's the same suit, so they could like kind of cheese her into some scenes with different shots. So it's just so good. I love it.
Or with the help of the Cyclobots. They're this season's foot soldiers, and again, God bless Japan, the Sentai foot soldiers always look so silly and dumb, and these are no exception.
What?
They spawn from nuts and bolts,
That's
so
cool though.
Actually,
looks
I found them
sick!
very intimidating. Growing up, I thought these were very intimidating.
Yeah, shots like this, because I was like, oh my god, they're Terminators. Like as how I always interpreted them.
that makes them pretty portable.
Yeah, look at that.
They kind of look pretty cool.
That's what I'm saying.
I know what they mean, like silly. Like genuinely looks pretty cool.
I think they look sick
And shows
nasty.
the skeleton as well, like the animatronics.
Yeah.
The Rangers try to morph, but for some reason, the morphers don't activate. So
Wait a
they
minute. Hold on a second. What was that?
Oh.
Hold on a second. What was that? Oh,
but for
there's
some
one
reason,
frame of Nadira on
Oh,
screen.
they didn't.
so they
didn't
gotta take
clip
care of
that
it the
out.
old-fashioned way. Jen gets overpowered, but gets saved by that mysterious cyclist.
Oh, that's crazy.
And when he takes off his helmet,
Oh, what's the matter? You look like you just seen a ghost.
the man bears an uncanny resemblance to Alex, which obviously overwhelms Jen. Later that day, Circuit tells everyone why the morphers didn't work.
Oh, no.
They're all tied to the Red Rangers, meaning until his is active, the others won't work. But it's linked and tied to Alex's DNA. They quickly realize what we have to do.
So DNA, you know?
You know, I'm just realizing how dumb that is.
That
Alright.
logic is.
No. I'm well, yes, the logic of that, but it was more like, hey, I'm dying. Here is my morpher. that is locked to my DNA. Go follow him into the past with your powers. That don't work unless they are active to someone whose DNA matches mine.
So
kind of, yeah.
there's a logical explanation for that, and they follow that as a plot thread in Time Ranger.
Okay.
But I don't want to talk about it because it is a spoiler to Time Force.
Okay.
So
Understandable.
I will explain it later. Hold on. Let me get a notepad going. Okay.
Yeah, all good.
Time
I
Force
saw someone
Blue.
in chat saying not a well thought out plan, but then again, he's dying. That is true. He probably had less time to explain.
Okay, Time Force Blue
Yeah,
difference.
that's true, I guess.
Time Force Yellow
couldn't
difference.
explain
I
anything. He was-
suppose. Doesn't
he was
make
gasping
it
his
right.
last
Time
breath.
Red's plan on traveling back in time. Okay, I've got it. All right, I've got my notes. I'm keeping notes, guys. I'm keeping notes. Also, I apologize to anybody that I've not thanked for like following. I'm probably not gonna be talking to chat too much unless it's like questions, because like I just miss my friends so much. Ah!
I miss you too,
gosh.
Roy.
I miss you. I miss you. Okay, here we go.
We cut to that mysterious man, whose name is Wes. He clearly comes from wealth, but doesn't fit in, not wanting to be all stuck up hoity-toity. Jen shows up to the house, and when Wes's father, Mr. Collins, tells Wes that they have plans, Wes quickly says that he has a date and can't make it. They head outside, and Jen tries to explain the situation to Wes. He understands.
I believe you. Whoa, I believe you're nuts.
She gets angry and storms off, where
So in Wes's defense, I don't remember her actually saying she was a Power Ranger.
Oh yeah, I know.
Didn't she was like, yeah, we're time travelers from the year 3000.
3000. And we need you to unlock these morphers. It was something along that that like thought process.
Yeah.
And I mean, sure, anyone who would have heard that be like, okay, you're crazy.
Yeah. Do you guys know that Time Ranger was a financial failure so much that Time Force was more successful? I did because I know that it was part of the reason why in Gal Ranger they went with more modular type Zords to help with boosting sales, and then that giga boosted toy sales, so they never went back after that. So, which is it was a critic success, commercial failure, which that doesn't surprise me because I'm gonna be real. The mechas are my least favorite part of Time Force and Time Ranger. I don't hate them, but from a toy perspective, I do think that they are not as fun as some of the other seasons.
They're interesting, but I've never owned them, so
Can't say much, yeah.
in world they make more sense, but I digress.
Yeah.
Ransik and Nadira are attacking downtown. They get into a fight where Wes shows up, clearly having a change of heart. She hands him the morpher, and it's time.
And then he goes, and he puts it on.
Yeah!
Let's go!
They successfully morph into the Time Force Rangers.
So good.
They do this cool Matrix dodge because it's 2001 and everything was copying the Matrix at that time.
Quite literally.
They smack down on the segment.
That's also, I think, one of the last times they do that.
They only do that
really?
like once.
Yeah. So this is a weird thing about Time Ranger. They had an awkwardly large budget because GoGo 5 was a commercial success because they had so many different mechas and like side toy things that sold well. So they experimented a lot with experimental CG technology with Time Force or Time Ranger. And Time Ranger made some decisions and then quickly went back on them as the season went on. And I don't know if the video will show it, but there's some really, really bad jarring camera special effects that they're like, what if we played this at like 20 frames a second instead of 60?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I kind of like those, but yeah.
I like them, but when you watch it for like multiple episodes in a row and every fight scene's like that, it's like, oh, okay. I'm starting to get a little.
Roy's just starting to not look at the screen anymore.
That's kind of what it is. It's motion blur, but like also speed. So it might have it and then they get rid of it.
The bots, along with their cool weapons, the Chrono Sabers. They're like a Darth Maul lightsaber with blades on both ends, but they can also take it apart and use one in each hand. Needless to say, this makes for a pretty awesome toy. They also get the Vortex
you see
Blaster,
that?
which are these
What was it?
Do you see how like they're moving at like Go back really quickly.
saber with
There.
blades on both ends, but they can also take it apart and use one in each hand. Needless to say,
When he jumps down and there's this like camera trick to make it look like he's going fast. Go play it.
this makes for a pretty awesome toy.
That.
They do a lot of that.
Okay.
A pretty awesome toy. They also
Yeah, the idea was like they're moving so fast because of the time force powers. And there's a lot of fight scenes that had that, and then it gets really distracting as it goes on, and then they got rid of it because it was very expensive.
get the
Which is
vortex blasters,
understandable.
which are these
Yeah.
comedically
I love
oversized
these things.
guns.
Big
I
guns.
love them too, but I also
I
love that
love
everybody
these
gets
things.
everything. So all the Rangers get both the swords and these blasters, which is really
For
nice.
free?
Yeah, for free.
No, they don't.
God
Yeah,
dang.
they
They don't get these. These blasters are specific to each ranger because each one had their own.
No, I meant like each Ranger gets a blaster. It's not like
Oh, okay,
Wes
okay.
has swords and Trip has a blaster. I meant like both get swords and both get blasters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're spoiled
But
for
they-
choices. Let's go.
I mean,
Yeah,
listen,
exactly.
they are a military that travels through time, so I guess it would make sense that they'd be decked out, you know?
True.
Unless using a medieval sword would be better, or roller skates.
Unless.
Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself.
The suits themselves are really cool, having this arrow pattern on their chest and helmet with a strong presence of their primary colors. I don't know what the arrow represents, it just looks cool.
Isn't it like it's supposed to be a clock hand or something?
Yeah, it's supposed to be clock hands.
Some of them look good. Some of them not so much, but yeah.
They're sleek
Yeah.
and simple. They beat up the bad guys and they retreat. Wes is super excited for being a superhero, trying to high-five and celebrate, but Jen says this isn't a game and takes back the morpher. Saying
Oh
they
yeah,
only
puts him in the
needed
arm
to
lock and
defeat
just
others.
takes it off his
The episode
hand.
ends with Wes
What the
walking
fuck?
away.
Jen's a
with
badass.
Zeus.
I love her.
The Force from the Future two-parter was insanely good.
Yep.
They dropped a lot of lore and instantly got me hooked on the season. Ransik isn't a monster. Heck, none of the villains in this season are monsters, but mutants. We'll learn more about Ransik's
Yeah.
backstory soon. But for now, it's
Yeah.
a really clever
I hope you like themes of racism.
Yep.
Oh, goodness. Oh,
Whoo!
it's like
approach
watching X-Men all over again.
Yes,
Exactly.
literally good. Yeah.
to
Okay.
going with
Yeah.
villains. He's disgusting to look at, horribly disfigured and burned. I'm surprised
true.
they let him look like
true.
this for a kid's show.
It's
His
true,
main
yeah.
ability is like
Oh, there it is!
ripping out his bones to
Oh,
create
yes.
Look how
Oh
cool
my
that
God.
looks!
Nadira is your typical whiny, overacting
I love that.
princess character, but just like with
And he does
Lightspeed,
that, like,
it also
every
explains how
episode.
all
Yeah.
of them weren't affected by the Z-Wave. They're not evil monsters, just mutants. The Rangers are all also extremely likable.
They're also from the year 3000. It's not like the Z wave would hit them like that far
But-
in the future.
They're also wait, that doesn't make sense, Connor, because it was supposed to destroy evil, not monsters.
That's what he said.
Oh
He said because they're not monsters, it wouldn't affect them because they're not monsters, they're mutants.
no, I mean it was like on their morality more than their
No,
identity.
I think that's what he meant though. At least that's how I
Oh.
interpreted it. I get you, kid. I get you, kid. I get you. I see,
Okay,
I see what,
anyway.
I see what you're baking. I see what you're
There's
baking.
a lot of loopholes here.
Yeah.
off the bat. This is the first time we've had a pink ranger as the leader. Jen gives orders and takes
So
front
rude
and center
the
during
shit
the
out of that
morph.
dude.
She's a no-nonsense type of person,
I love
focusing
her.
I
more on the
remember
mission than
these.
she will be hurting someone's feelings. With Wes, we have another fish-out-of-water Red Ranger. He definitely has a good heart and some fighting
Does her
skills.
texture even
but
have a
he's still bit of
face?
pampered rich kid who doesn't seem to take much
Don't worry about it.
seriously. Trip and Circuit are a fun duo.
Don't worry about it.
Trip is overly kind and shy. With his green hair, he's literally just Deku, a
That's not true.
I haven't known him yet, so
What?
I mean, just like not
Oh.
actual scenes of like episodes about him. So there's only like a couple things that we can
But-
I can go on.
Wait, but he's not anything like Deku. Wait, all right, Connor, please finish the thought. Please start over. Please start over this thought,
overly
please.
kind and shy. With his green hair, he's literally just Deku, a soft anime boy who tries his best. Katie is
And you guys confirm?
I mean,
No.
eh,
I understand the thought process, but I don't agree at all.
so the soft anime boy with green hair that tries his best is definitely Trip. I do agree with that. But that's where it stops. He's nothing like Deku.
Maybe he's not gonna eat a hair. It'll give him like super strength and all that
Okay,
stuff.
listen,
Damn.
don't spoil anything, all right? Listen. That's for time for
But that's
season 2.
episode 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's episode 1. of
That's
My
literally
Hero.
episode 1 of My Hero.
Yeah.
No, I said don't spoil time for season 2, where they eat the hair and become superheroes. Gosh.
Like, what?
Definitely mommy.
Oh my
I
gosh.
shouldn't have said that out loud. She's super energetic
What?
and bubbly, but most girls in Power Rangers with that personality are like Kimberly and Ashley. You know what I'm saying? Katie is able to bench press
Sure.
your car if you piss her off. Lucas is the only character who doesn't have much going on yet. He really likes cars and is cool.
That's Lucas.
Mm.
That
Oh.
is Lucas.
I mean, they
His
got martial
hand
arts training. There you go.
goes behind his back.
I don't
Sorry.
remember that being the pose in
I've
Time
always
Ranger.
assumed it was the front. It's the front, right? No, never mind. What?
Well, just we'll play the
about it.
video.
Now,
That's
what do
about
you
it.
think of the Time Force
True.
theme song?
Ooh.
Because
Yes.
I think it's yet again another banger.
It's a banger.
At first, I didn't really like it because there's no real chorus, but once the timeless wonders kick in, oh goodness do I go bananas. The pacing and writing has all
So
matured
good.
a lot. We're taking our time with things like relationships, good versus evil, the dialogue, etc.
Yeah,
But hey, to
it's
truly
great.
see what I'm talking about, let's move on to episode 3.
Yippee!
Something to fight for. Wes sees Nadira robbing a bank, so he shows up to stop her in a very cocky manner. He's clearly out of his league, thinking he could beat them up even without his powers. Just in the nick of time, though, the Rangers show up to save him. This is where Jen
She just chucked that
with
sword.
all his
Hold on a
powers.
second.
Just in the nick of time,
And
though,
a
the
front
Rangers
flip. Yeah, look at that. Oh. That's
show
crazy.
up to
Sorry.
save him.
She knows what
This
she's
is where
doing.
Jen really lays into Wes, saying this isn't a game to them.
You've never had to fight for anything in your life.
Jen's words really pierce Wes's heart. While he does have good intentions, she is right. Wes is a privileged rich kid who's had everything handed to him. Trip shows up because he feels bad for Jen yelling at Wes
Adding
like
some
that,
notes.
and shows him footage of Alex getting killed, and why Jen takes everything so
Was that?
seriously.
Wait.
Wes shows up to
What
the
was
beach
that?
to tell-
Did the Mighty Morphin movie logo just
Trip
flash?
shows up because he feels bad for Jen yelling at Wes like that, and shows him footage of Alex getting
Where?
Keep playing.
She is right. Wes is a privileged rich kid who's had everything handed to him. Trip shows up because he feels bad for Jen yelling at Wes like that, and shows him footage of Alex getting killed, and why Jen takes everything so seriously. Wes shows up
Oh, that's so weird. I saw the Mighty Morphin movie logo just show up and just flash on the screen. Did anyone else see that?
No?
Are you okay?
No, I guess not. Continue.
Listen, I know you want to
Have
watch
you had
Power
enough
Rangers. We
sleep?
are watching
Or-
Power Rangers.
Chad, I think he's seeing things. Is he okay?
No, my chat sees it. They did. They saw it.
No.
They saw it.
Get out of here. It must have been further back. Hold on.
Jen's words really pierce Wes's heart. While he does have good intentions, she is right. Wes is a privileged rich kid who's had everything handed to him. Trip shows up because he feels bad for Jen yelling at Wes like that, and shows him footage of Alex getting killed, and why Jen takes everything so serious.
Where?
I don't know, but we saw it. We
Oh,
saw
was it me tabbing out?
Maybe. Is your
That?
See
wallpaper?
anything tab out though? What?
It is my
Is your-
wallpaper.
Oh, that's probably it
Oh.
then.
Yeah.
There. Yeah. See
Oh.
your
Oh my god.
I didn't even tab out though. I just closed something.
Oh, well, we saw it.
Okay. Never mind, you're not crazy.
I just thought it was like, wow, that's a weird editing choice, Connor.
Yeah, listen, I was opening my notepad so I could take notes. Sorry, listen, I'm
Not
trying to
the
take notes.
gaslighting. We're not crazy.
I mean, listen, I was crazy too. I didn't know what you were talking about. I was like, what?
Oh man,
Listen, you ever hear about that time I got baked into a pizza?
not the unintentional gaslighting.
I just missed you so much. I couldn't let you leave that easily.
Seriously. Wes shows up to the
God.
beach to tell Jen that she was right, but now he does have something to fight for, and for the first time ever, is willing to fight for it. She sees his conviction and gives him back his morpher. They get into battle with the mutant and whoop it. However, Wes lands a strike that exposes the mutant's DNA, which causes them to grow. Seems pretty overpowered, but alright.
Okay, I will point this out because it's very different in Time Ranger, and I don't know why they changed this. When they get cryogenically frozen and shrunk, when they get brought back, in order to keep their bodies stable and not deteriorate because of the bullshit they have to do to shrink them and cryogenically freeze them, they put those patches on them. When the patch is removed, what was used to grow them back to normal size from when they were small action figures goes crazy and they grow.
That sounds like a pretty logical explanation.
It makes perfect sense. I don't know why they just didn't keep it.
More mysterious and I don't know. I don't know.
Well, like I assume in Rangers it's just like, oh, let's like rip off a piece of our skin and expose our like DNA to the air or something, and it helps us grow. I don't know.
Maybe.
Right. Luckily, however, Time Force is able to send over their Time Flyers from the future.
Yippee!
Which, they can all combine to create the Time Force Megazord.
Yippee!
It's a pretty cool looking Zord. Not my favorite, but the finishing move is pretty cold-blooded. It lands a strike while a clock counts down. When it reaches the top, the mutant is defeated, turning them back into action figure size and taken prisoner. After the fight,
do they mention it in those finishers where they're like, yeah, it's like the explosion happens and then the explosion like condenses on them because they're being frozen again.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so basically how this works, Zeus, is that every time they need to call the Megazord, there's a whole launching bay in the future, and they launch all of the Zords through time just so they can get them here. So the Zords are not in this time period. They have to be like authorized from the year 3000 in order to come here.
Didn't the entire team went rogue?
Yep.
And
but they encountered Ransik, and they have him like
okay, so then the military was like,
they don't have a choice at this point.
Well, it's not the military. No one responds, and the Time Flyers just show up.
Oh. No, but they can like decline that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. No one right now. They don't know who's sending the Time Flyers.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's right.
They are at the military base in the future, but they call for it. No one answers, and then the Time Flyers just show up anyway.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That's a plot detail later. That's why I wanted to tell you.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Listen.
Wes tries to hand Jen back his morpher, but this time she lets him keep it, saying he earned it. The Time Force Rangers are finally a complete team.
Yippee!
Ransik lives. Wes gathers the gang and tells them that he found a new home / base of operations. It's at the top of an old clocked...
Were they just sleeping on the beach? I forgot that.
That is so... Oh, wow.
They were being hobos.
I forgot about that.
I mean, I understand because their ship landed on a beach. Maybe they probably, like, lived there for a bit, took apart the ship, and then... This is
just
maybe.
like where they live. Yeah. It's one of those things though that like this giant ship landed on a beach and no one noticed it. That's so wild to me. But whatever. What do I know?
Listen, what is it? Silver what? Bay? Silver Bay?
Silver Hills?
Listen, there's just not that many people that go to the beach in Silver Hills.
I don't believe that for a second.
I had to ask you for the name of it. I don't believe it either. Oh my gosh.
Tower. It's naturally pretty abandoned and run down.
Go over time and space. Sorry. That's doves fly across a clock in the opening of Time Ranger, and that just made me think of it.
With enough love and elbow grease, it can be turned into a home.
All good.
The Rangers mention they have no food or money. They ask Wes for some since he's rich, but he says he doesn't want to go to his dad for help. He wants to do this on his own. It turns out the old clock tower was once an odd jobs business. A customer comes in requesting a job, and they take it up. Yeah, this will be how the Rangers make money and get into silly human shenanigans.
I love that personally. I'm a big fan of that.
True, actually.
Yeah.
And the fact that he doesn't like ask his dad for money, he's like, "Nah, I want to actually earn this, guys."
Yeah.
That's respectful. Yeah.
Not the Mighty Morphin homeless Rangers who said that. Mods, untie their shoelaces.
I mean, they're not wrong. They were.
For like 2-3 episodes, they were.
They were.
Meanwhile,
they were also
Ransik
jobless.
that everyone in the year 2001 loves watching TV, so he hijacks a TV station and lets the world know who he is. A behind the scenes fact here is that this episode aired 3 days after 9/11. And what do we have here? An evil villain making threats against the city with violence. You'll see in the footage here that Ransik is just blowing up mountains, but originally it was city buildings. Yeah, the footage and even dialogue had to be edited down pretty heavily.
Yeah.
Anyway, it turns out the building that Wes and Jen are painting happens to be the news station. Wes gets kidnapped by the Cyclobots.
Oh no!
It's here where Ransik explains his
again!
backstory. In the future, humans are born from tubes and made in a lab, created to be free from all disease and ailments. The perfect human.
That's important, because I'll talk about something with that later.
This is very important.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
However, one day there was a chemical spillage, and from that, Ransik was born. A horrifying, disfigured mutant who never asked to be brought into this world. He approaches a woman for help, but she runs away in disgust. It's at this moment Ransik knew he would forever be judged simply by how he looks and where he comes from. It's a very tragic backstory, but Wes doesn't believe that tyrannical overthrow is the answer. The Rangers show up and say,
I will say that's one of my favorite things about Time Force is like Ransik being the main villain is like he didn't even do anything. It's just everyone hated him because he looked weird.
Because he looked different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was it. It's not even like he was like murdering people.
And now they hate him because he's like evil.
Yeah.
But like
yeah.
Wes. They do battle and send Ransik fleeing for now. The episode ends with the gang having enough money to order a pizza. But Wes pulls Jen aside to tell her that he knows Ransik's story and that he feels bad for him. Jen saying that Ransik was offered help many times, but refused. She says that Ransik is evil through and through. It's a very interesting situation.
Yeah.
Jen obviously has a personal grudge for what Ransik did to Alex.
Is this the bitch from Dino Fury?
this is yes. I had to think about that. I was like, Ninja Steel? No, Dino Fury.
I was looking at her. I was like, wait a minute. Why is she? Okay, sorry.
Like, is she telling the truth?
Things.
Is Ransik an evil villain through and through?
Exactly,
Is she
Zeus.
just trying to gaslight Wes?
Gosh.
I guess we'll have to find out. A blue streak.
Oh.
Wes lets Lucas
Oh,
drive
it's
his
this
car,
episode.
because
Yeah.
remember, he's the car guy. He pulls off some sick stunts and naturally gets pulled over.
Oh,
They don't
no.
accept his future license and make him go through driver's ed. Yeah, it's a filler episode.
Oh,
Nadira
no.
has some kind of supercar that the Rangers can't catch up with. Wait a minute, you know what that means.
These are the vector cycles.
Dang, already? So the Rangers do battle
I
with the mutant
love
in all
these
kinds
things.
of
They look
powerful
really good.
ways.
Wait for the established
And I
shot.
think Lucas gets his
Oh,
driver's
maybe
license.
not.
A parting of
That was
ways.
it. Okay, wait.
Okay, well.
They just look so good. Look at these.
I
They look
love these
clean.
things.
They look so
Wow.
good. I'll wait until the end, but this is like the first major like divergence from Time Blue and Time Force Blue.
These are some nice horses.
These are nice. Anyway, parting ways.
We get a bit of a peek into Wes and his father's relationship. Mr. Collins wants Wes to take over his company one day, while Wes is reserved about it. These kids are playing baseball nearby and accidentally hit Mr. Collins' car, where he then keeps the ball for himself to teach them a lesson.
What?
Meanwhile, Ransik comes up with a new plan.
Yeah.
Ew.
He sends out a mutant to find hostages so we can put them up for ransom. And it just so happens that those hostages are those
Ransom.
baseball-playing kids.
Ransik.
The Rangers receive a note saying they'll let these children live for $10 million. Wes naturally goes to his father for help.
10 million.
But he's-
And this is 2001. That was money.
That was
Yeah.
money.
That was money.
Yeah. Probably like 100 billion or something at this point. I don't know.
Yeah. Also, somebody mentioned it in my chat. The cycles are an American thing as well. Very rarely does
Oh.
Japan actually do the motorcycle thing.
They do it sometimes, but mainly because of like Japanese laws.
Yeah.
over, like with motorcycles and things like that.
And it became a Kamen Rider thing.
Yeah. So that's why like common riders, when you see them ride motorcycles, it's usually in like rock quarries or something like that.
Yep.
They don't ever ride them on the streets. Very recently, we have like a couple scenes in Kamen Rider Gavu, but like they're very short scenes.
That's funny because Kuga was driving all over the place, and then it didn't happen in Agito or Ryuki or what's it called?
It started in like Kuga. And then like from there onward, I think like it got really strict. And this was around yeah. Starting from Kuga onward, it got really, really strict with their motorcycle laws in Japan.
I didn't realize that until you said. Like I was thinking about it because I do remember Kuga driving everywhere, but then immediately it stopped right after Kuga. Wow. Learn something new every day. Oh, well, okay.
That is true.
Okay.
Easily pay them off and save the children, but Mr. Collins says that's too much money and that this is a matter for the police to handle.
Oh,
not
hold
him.
on. Hattie Drago in my chat. 10 million with inflation is 17 million now.
Oh,
Oh, but that's still a lot of money.
that's still a lot of money.
A lot of money, yeah.
Still a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. Yes. There's a $7 million inflation from $10 million?
Yeah.
Hold the
Wow.
That's not okay.
That is
Ooh.
okay.
I
Yeah.
don't like that.
That's a lot of money.
I don't like having
That's a
that
lot
knowledge.
of money. You can buy yourself a house or a mansion with that money.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh my goodness.
Now, to be fair, $10 million is a lot of money.
Yeah.
Maybe Wes's dad just doesn't have that much for ransom. But immediately after that, Wes sees him making a deal to buy 2 companies for exactly $10 million. Okay, dick move. This is where Wes
Okay.
starts to question
Yeah.
his place in life. Does he really want to grow up and follow the same path his father is on, valuing money over children's lives? So he tricks the CEOs into giving him back the money, and he takes it to Nadira, where it turns out to all be a trap.
Of
However,
course.
since this is Power Rangers, the kids don't die. The Rangers save them, defeat and imprison the
Thankfully.
mutant, and Wes brings back the money, with his father being more worried about making sure every penny is still there. Wes then decides to carve his own path. He tells his father he's leaving, and lives with the other Rangers in the clock tower.
I love that. Big fan of the whole, like, you know what, Dad, you suck, and then leaves.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Love that.
He's like a Disney princess.
Yeah, basically.
That all have daddy issues. For some
They
reason.
do.
Welcome home.
Short-circuited. We see Trip annoying Lucas with
Get
his
it.
constant mind reading, so Lucas tells him he's not allowed to use his powers all day. Later on, Trip sees a woman being attacked by the Cyclobots. He rescues her, but it's revealed that it's Nadira. She says she wants to be good and no longer fight for Ransik.
Oh.
Circuit immediately sniffs out her lie, but Trip is very trusting. We'll learn that this is actually a trait of his race of people, and since Lucas told him he couldn't use his mind powers, he can't read her mind to know what she's thinking.
Taking a note real quick. Differences between time green and time force green aliens.
I love how I can hear the keyboard click.
Yeah, I know.
Listen,
It's very funny.
I'm very serious about this. You know, I'm very serious about
all
making
good,
sure
it's
you
all
guys
Oh
are
no,
educated.
I know. You're so serious.
So serious.
So serious.
It of course turns out to be a trap. She steals Circuit and now the Rangers can't call for the Megazord.
Oh, no.
So it's up to Trip to save him. I really like Trip. I said it before, but he's very anime protagonist. Undying optimism and kind open arms to everyone.
Don't ever change.
Jen's revenge.
I mean, maybe change a
Seems
little
pretty
bit.
ominous, but okay.
Also, yes. But also maybe change a little bit, right? Like, don't just believe
Hearing the
everybody.
growth, learning some things here and there. That'd be
fair.
great.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, thank you for the raid.
Perfect time for a
Welcome in,
raid.
Raiders.
Hi, Raiders.
Hi, Raiders.
Hi, we're watching Power Rangers Time Force right now. I am with Roy and Kane. They are the
Hello, hello.
encyclopedia, and I'm here learning.
It do be like that. Back in the good old
Mhm.
days.
What are you back at the gold? We're
Good old
we're
days.
still here.
It's only been like 2 months.
We're back into the good old days.
Oh, okay.
These are the good old days.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
Already
Yeah,
the good
that's
old
crazy.
days.
That's crazy.
Immediately a classic.
Wow.
Exactly.
Yeah. The new classic, new VIP.
Mm-mm-mm.
Fame.
Were you singing a song?
In the driver's seat. Sorry.
Like- All good.
Anyway.
We get a bit of Wes and Jen interactions, aka low-key flirting.
Come on, I bet I could show you a thing or two. Huh?
Really?
We also see Ransik lash out on
Damn.
the Cyclobots.
I wish they actually should. Do you see how there's like ropes on the tree?
Yeah.
So this scene starts with just Erin Cahill's actor or Jen just beating the shit out of this tree, and they like show her like
wow.
actually training on it. I don't know why I remember that
Oh.
scene so much.
So I remember a lot of Aaron's interviews. So this was one of the very first seasons where Koichi Sakamoto, who we've talked about in the past, so specifically with Lightspeed Rescue, really took the reins as a director on this season. And they talked a lot about how Eren is the nicest person in the world, which is a complete 180 from her character as Jen. So much so that every time they were doing stunt training, she was always constantly apologizing and saying, "I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, did I hurt you? Oh, I'm so sorry." It was like the sweetest thing in the world. I love seeing those interviews.
It's so sweet.
I love her.
Apparently had no like real fighting experience before this,
Ooh.
to my knowledge, and now she's like fantastic in this.
Oh,
Hell yeah,
absolutely.
let's go.
We
Bam.
also see Ransik
Took
lash
him
out
out.
at
The way
Cyclobots
that he
whenever
says,
he's
"Oh."
frustrated. His anger Frax, and we learn he may have ulterior motives when it comes to serving Ransik.
Oh,
Oh,
we didn't talk about. So, Ransik is a completely made-up American villain, by the way.
oh.
Yeah. I don't even
There's a
think.
lot of originals here.
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't think Connor showed him, but the actual main villain. I'm gonna pull him up real quick. Time Ranger main villain. I can't remember his name. It's like it's Don Didoro.
I don't know.
Don-
Some JoJo villain.
Yeah, Don Dolnero. Who is this guy?
Wait,
as
let me see.
I will shrink. This guy.
Oh, what?
He's like a frog thing.
In
Right.
Time Force, his name is Gluto. Gluto?
I don't remember. I genuinely don't remember. But he is the
I think
main.
it's Gluto.
He is the main big bad. Oh, here's like his full picture. They have like a. Oh my god, they have like a concept art for him. What the frick?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool looking.
They're wearing a lot of bling.
He can fly by farting.
Yeah, like that.
Anyway, I just
There's
wanted
a
to,
whole scene like that
Yep.
in the first episode. It's very disturbing.
it's really like, why did they do
Okay.
this? And yeah,
So they're Kundalala. Got you. Understandable.
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Wario's
It's
a
the year
good
3000.
comparison. I like Wario as a comparison. That's a good one.
You gotta find,
Wario's a comparison, yeah.
green ways of travel, you know? It's
Yeah.
just not only gasoline. It's
Oh god, I'm screaming geometrically.
natural. Oh gosh, I'm gonna stop. I
Stop,
can't.
I
I tried to sell the
I
joke
cut
and I
him
couldn't do
off.
it.
I just wanted to remember to say that Ransik is a completely original US villain.
Okay.
I'm a
Noted.
mutant, and it's one that has history with Jen and Alex. He then taunts Jen about her fiance's death. This causes her to go ballistic and want to kill the mutant instead of arresting him.
Yeah.
He deserves this.
It's all really good emotional stuff.
Yeah.
They lure out Jen where she can confront Ransik on her own. She shows up and gets ambushed, getting the absolute tar beat out of her. They obviously can't show blood, but they go as far as they can with her cuts and
Yeah, look at her
God.
face. She is messed
She's
up.
actually bruised.
She gets
Yeah.
riggedy
Oh my
wrecked.
It's a rough episode. It's a good episode in Time Ranger too.
they confront the mutant once again, and Jen still wants it dead. But Wes simply asks her, what would Alex do? She changes her tune and they defeat and arrest the mutant. The episode ends with Wes and Jen sharing another moment.
I like you just the way you are.
You do? Yes! Yes!
It's very
These two have the best on-screen chemistry I have ever seen.
so sweet.
the way you are.
You do?
Yeah.
What? Jen! Run!
The time shift.
Okay, I do want to say this
Oh my God.
just because this makes me a little sad because I remember really liking this episode. I want to see if I can get the shot where she's like shoving the gun in like the monster's face again. In Time Ranger, this is all a ploy, and it's not. She's not really trying to kill him. She's using it to try and like bring someone else out, and like she doesn't tell the rest of the team because she's the leader and she doesn't think anybody else needs to know. And I'm like, that's just an easy like that's a slam dunk plot for Jen. I don't know why they didn't keep that.
God damn.
Yeah. But yeah, Time Ranger has some really cool stuff because this monster murdered her parents. So
Oh God.
yeah, so she's like,
no.
"Pff, I'm still a cop. I'm still gonna bring you in. I don't care.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff.
The Red Ranger being so excited, being like, "Wait, you like me for who I am, for real?"
He's such a precious bean.
He's a little precious bean.
Yeah, precious bean.
It's
Yeah.
so cute.
Absolutely. All right, time for time shot. Oh, my tracking broke. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I got it. I can fix it. don't worry.
Camera.
Tracking. Tracking.
Tracking.
I got
Work,
it.
please. Nice.
All right, here we go.
The Time Shadow.
Yippee!
The Megazord gets badly damaged in a fight. So much so
Sarge and music, let's go! Sorry.
that when they need it
All
again,
good.
Time Force can't send it. Meanwhile, we see Mr. Collins creating a weapon to protect the city. Good intentions and all, but I don't think a random rich person is allowed to create weapons of mass destruction on their own.
I mean-
Meanwhile, Frax takes matters
there's
into his
Batman.
own hands.
True.
He destroys Mr. Collins' weapon
Whoa.
and steals the dust it was secreted.
Go ahead, Kane.
That's not.
Yeah, tell me the bat jet and the bat mobile aren't like that.
No, yeah, but it's like, oh, because Batman can't. But no one knows Batman is
Oh yeah,
rich.
and Iron Man. Yeah, and also
Oh, Iron Man, there
Okay,
you
but
go.
That's a whole other thing.
Is it? He's rich. He
I
has
feel like
money.
that's not even
They're
like
rich, They
comparable.
made the suits that can literally destroy a city if he wanted to.
No,
Yeah.
I know, but I feel like because everyone knows who Iron Man is, I feel like that's not even comparable because no one knows who Batman is.
I mean, I guess.
I mean, true.
They don't know
but-
Batman is rich.
Listen, bat credit card, okay? It's fine. It's fine.
Oh
Just
my
bat credit card.
God.
It's right up there with the bat nipples.
Ayo.
Takes matters into his own hands. He destroys Mr. Collins' weapon and steals the dust it was secreting. The Rangers really need their Megazord, and we see a mysterious stranger
Wait, wasn't that? I remember the plot it's for now. They just called it the time dust. That's all they called it.
working on
Is it-
something.
Oh yeah,
It's-
I think that's what they called it.
So it's like, it's kind of the joke that Kane was making earlier that like the future you can't have like gasoline being used. At some point in the future, they develop like a perfectly ultra renewable resource that never expires, but it doesn't exist in 2001. And they got some of the dust from, I think, like Ransik's monsters or something like that. And it
Yeah.
fell into the hands of people in 2001, and they were like, ooh, that's not
Uh-oh.
good.
That's something to remember. There's a lot of time pollution
Yeah.
in this.
Okay.
But it's something to keep in mind.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
A new Megazord. Yep, the Time Shadow
I love this
Megazord.
thing.
It's pretty strong, defeating the mutant. From a design standpoint, though, I don't have anything to say. It's fine.
I really like this one. What? It's really cool.
Wait, to give you an idea, Zeus, this thing's intro, it comes out of a lunar eclipse
Whoa.
and runs on walls like a ninja.
Oh,
Those things on its hands, those are blades.
Yeah.
god damn.
Yeah, it's so cool. It's like, it literally is a time ninja. Literally, its name is Time Shadow because it's a ninja.
Yeah. Because, you know, time travel.
Yeah,
Wow.
I
You
love
seem
it.
so impressed.
Listen, I like ninjas, okay? Listen, that's why Kaku Ranger's a top 5 for me, all right?
It's okay. It's okay. It really is though. Like it genuinely is cool. Like gosh darn it.
You
Those blades.
don't have to patronize me, Zeus. It's okay.
The dual blades.
You don't have
What
to
do you mean?
patronize me. Listen.
As
Just go
dual
on.
blades mains, you know, I can appreciate.
I've only played dual blades in Wild, so that's.
Oh my gosh. I will be playing new Monster Hunter with you guys, okay? I have already put my heart to it that I will be playing with you guys.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's go.
I don't know what
I
weapon
would
I'm gonna
say,
play, but I will play something.
Yeah. I see it was an insect glaive main. I don't know why.
That's what I played
see.
in World for the 5
Yeah.
hours that I did play. Anyway.
Who is this mysterious person helping the Rangers? We'll just have to wait and see.
Oh?
Future unknown.
It's crazy.
Six
It turns out
Ranger?
the
Question
Rangers
mark?
and villains' presence have been altering the timeline.
Crazy.
Remember that dust I mentioned in the last episode?
Shit, he was just gonna talk about it anyway. Sorry.
Oh, good.
Apparently that's material that's not supposed to be discovered for another 1,000 years.
Yeah.
Katie starts having a bit of a panic attack, worrying that their future will no longer be there when they go home, and her family won't exist. Meanwhile, Frax found where the ship holds all the higher level villains. They're the most dangerous mutants from the future. He sets one loose and the Rangers gotta fight it, with Katie being reserved. The mutants wipe the floor with the Rangers, managing to demorph them. When they try to chase after the mutants again, Katie says she's not going.
I remember
Oh.
these villains specifically, the X mutants or whatever they want to call them. I know X-Men, but like how they introduce them. They're like, yeah, this thing, like this dude like killed a person, and then the ex-person's like, yeah, this dude went on a serial killing spree, killed 100 people, including women and children, and then got brought down. And it's like, huh? And then they come out and they immediately murder like 100 people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Listen.
Maybe those are the villains that you don't want to defrost and all that stuff.
That's why they were locked in a vault that Ransik wasn't using.
Yeah.
No, rather than locking him in a vault, maybe, I don't know, like throw them into a
Throw them into the ocean.
They can't do that.
Yeah, throw them to the ocean.
What?
Acid. I don't know.
Yeah, but what if they see the error of their ways after being cryogenically frozen for 500 years?
I don't think a person who goes ahead and have a murder spree of 100 people, including women and children, are ever going to change their minds.
Okay.
She's lost all hope for the future.
Sure.
Continuing to fight could change the future they know forever.
Promise me the future will still be there.
I can't.
Everyone's
Oh,
scared
God.
about the future, but that can't hold them back. Doing nothing will guarantee there won't be a future for anyone.
True.
I have no idea what the future holds. I know people are in trouble now. Turn forward! Turn!
Wes gives Katie a picture of her family as a reminder of what she's fighting for. She knows this, but is still afraid. This is a really good episode. Katie, of course, does end up joining the fight, and despite still being afraid, knows what she has to do. It's a really good look at Katie's character. She's physically very strong, but emotionally maybe one of the more vulnerable. Uniquely Trip. Trip is having
Yeah, another Trip episode. It's so funny how much the three that we usually don't like in this season, how many episodes they actually get. Isn't that kind of crazy, Kane?
Wait, you don't like the three of them?
So typically in Time Force, Trip, Katie, and Lucas are considered the three weakest by a huge margin. But I think
because this is the Jen and West show.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but they get a lot of solo episodes, which is kind of ironic.
To balance it out, yeah.
second thoughts
I mean,
about
I
being a
assume so
ranger.
anyway.
He starts comparing himself to the other rangers and feeling useless. He's not as good of a fighter as Jen and Wes, isn't as strong as Katie, or cool as Lucas. The final blow is when he sees all these kids dressing up and playing Power Rangers, and no one wants to be the Green Ranger. It's pretty sad, honestly. So Trip starts trying to copy the Rangers' personality so he can be as good as them. The episode, of course, ending with Trip learning that just being himself is what makes him a great asset to the team. Seriously, Trip is so lovable.
They wear green wigs. Oh, that's so cute.
Wait, those are so cute.
That is so cute. No.
Man, he really is precious bean.
He really is, yeah.
Will protect. He's a cute cinema roll.
Absolutely.
Oh.
And now, we've reached our first mini arc, which I'll be dubbing as
Yes!
the Quantum Ranger arc.
Time fire! It's time.
Worlds apart.
Okay, don't give it away, okay? Don't
I'm
Kane,
not saying anything.
Kane. Watching you, Kane. I'm watching you.
Finger out doing an odd job cleaning up trash, Mr. Collins sees Wes and goes up to him just to say he's disappointed. What a dick. We then see Nadira robbing a store.
Whoa.
But before the Rangers can show up, a mobilized military unit makes it there first and blasts them away.
Wait, that was actually Japanese
But
footage.
before the Rangers can show up, a mobilized military
Yeah,
unit
that's
makes
right here, because that's Naruto.
No, yeah.
That's so funny. I never noticed
They
that
could have
before.
shot. They could have used completely original, like, American footage, but they decided to mix American and Japanese footage of real people.
It's so weird too, because they even recreated this. It's the same.
There's no reason to have used that.
Like, damn. Okay, whatever.
them away. We see one of the soldiers knows Wes. This is Eric. The two seem to have some history, since when Wes extends his hand for a handshake, Eric doesn't reciprocate.
So, Zeus.
Mm.
If I told you I am the storm that is unbroken, does that mean anything to you? Or I am the storm that is approaching, rather.
Oh, Virgil, hi.
There you go. That's Dan Southworth, who is the voice of Virgil.
Southworth.
Oh, wait, really?
Yep.
Yes.
He got his
Oh
start
my
on
God.
Power Rangers.
He has been auditioning for Power Rangers for years.
Yep.
I believe since Mighty Morphin. if
think
I'm
so.
not
Oh my
mistaken.
God.
Yup.
And then finally got his shot here.
Wait, is it on Devil May Cry? What, 5?
3.
that
He's
is-
Virgil in
oh,
DMC 3.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the fun, I always find this hilarious because we have 3 Power Rangers that work at DMC, which is Jason Font, who is Wes as mocap, Johnny Young Bosch, who is Nero, and Dan Southworth, who is Virgil.
Mm.
Well, let's just say that they definitely hit the jackpot. If you guys know the
Jackpot.
series, you guys know what I mean.
Oh, trust me, I do. Oh, trust me, I do. Jackpot.
Jackpot.
We
There
learn
you
these
go.
soldiers are known as the Silver Guardians, who were made and funded by Mr. Collins.
Crazy.
However, the Silver Guardians only protect those who pay for their services. This naturally upsets Wes, where he also gives us some more backstory on him and Eric. They went to prep school together and says that Eric always had a chip on his shoulder, feeling like he always has to prove himself to someone. We get some flashbacks with the two at school. Wes was apparently pretty popular because his dad was rich,
Yeah.
while Eric didn't seem to come from money. The main beef seems to be that Eric views Wes as a waste of potential. He's had every opportunity handed to him on a silver platter, while Eric has had to grind to get anything. Frax then releases a mutant from the X-Vault and it's super powerful, wiping the floor with both the Silver Guardians and the Rangers. Wes takes a powerful blast from the mutants, so much so that it destroys his visor.
Oh
we get
God.
the-
Ooh. One of the most powerful scenes and imagery in all of Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this so much. Is this the first one in America we've had?
This is the first broken visor, I believe.
Wait, Leo.
Oh.
Leo Lost Galaxy after beating
Oh,
Chiquita.
second. Yes.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
this shot already? But just then, Mr. Collins is there, and both him and Eric realize that Wes is the Red Ranger. I wasn't expecting that so soon. Wes and his father have a really emotional talk, with Mr. Collins saying how Wes is being foolish and should have just stuck to the future that he laid out for his son.
For the first time in my life, I feel like I'm really making a difference.
Wes leaves and the Rangers
Aw.
defeat and capture the mutants. The episode ending with Mr.
It is a dope fight too. Like if you do get to watch Time Force, this scene is so good because he returns to the fight and the entirety of the scene, his helmet's still broken.
Yeah.
They
This
shot
is-
it.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is definitely one of those seasons that, like, if nothing else, Zeus, I think you should watch this
Yeah.
one.
Mm-mm.
And it has very little connection to any other season except for the team up episode. Other than that,
Okay.
nothing whatsoever. So
Got you.
really good. I think Dante's VA, Ruben Langdon, also did stunts for Power Rangers. I wouldn't be
Yes.
surprised.
He did.
Oh.
He goodness. He was in Beetleborg's Metallics as the Dragonfly one and Kamen Rider
Oh.
Dragon Knight, I believe.
That's so funny.
Mm.
Devil May Cry just can't get away from Power Rangers and Metal Heroes and Tokusatsu.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. Lots of stunts, lots of guns blazing type of vibe, and
True.
that is technically Dante's whole shebang.
It do be.
Mm.
It do be. Which is also interesting because Johnny Young Bosch is the new Dante. And I still don't know how I feel about
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, RJ and Jungle Fury is reboot Virgil.
Is it
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
did not know
Oh,
that.
good lore bomb. That was good.
De La Torre? Goodness, I remember his last name, which is arguably the more ridiculous one to remember. His name escapes me. Something De La Torre.
You got me.
Anyway,
Okay.
Mr. Collins asking Wes to join the Silver Guardians as their commander, but Wes says he doesn't fight for those who can only afford it. He does it to protect everyone.
Aw.
The Quantum Quest. Some archaeologists have dug up
Oh,
an
baby.
old artifact and it makes the news. Ransik and the Rangers recognize this as the Quantum Controller, some kind of powerful weapon. So the villains, Silver Guardians, and the Rangers all show
this
up
fight
to do
scene
battles
is
against
so
the Controller.
fantastic.
I also just
I
love.
this fight scene.
Go ahead, keep talking. I'll come
No,
in after
it's
you.
just this whole fight scene trying to get this quantum controller in this valley. It's all original fight footage.
Yep.
Fantastically choreographed.
I was also gonna say, very rarely do we get day settings like this where it's like the sun is like kind of setting, so like you get this like nice orange haze where it's like you almost get that feeling of dread that time is running out, and you'll feel
mean
that a
this-
lot in this season. That
This
time.
is the RPM filter. This is the Power Rangers RPM fault.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
god.
It's not Disney era yet. We don't have that yet.
We're not there yet. Give it a couple more
Almost.
seasons.
Yeah, we need almost a decade still.
Mm-mm.
So the villains,
Yeah, I just
Silver
love it.
Guardians, and the
just
Rangers
looks
all
so
show up
good.
to do battle to gain control of it. Eric eventually gets his hands on it and runs away. Meanwhile, Wes takes a pretty big blow, taking him out of commission for a bit. Eric sticks his hand.
Rangers get injured a lot this season.
Hold on. He skipped out on some things. So Eric takes the quantum controller and he goes up into this random like under construction building and he hides it there because he wants to like discover like what it is later. In the time
Okay.
that before he like puts his hand like it was about to show, he goes and talks to Wes's dad, Mr. Collins, and like he's like, "Hey, I think I'm really fit to lead the Silver Guardians because I know that you're looking for someone right now." And Mr. Collins is like, "No, we have someone," and so that's what prompts him to like, "All right, I'm gonna
Ah.
check out what this thing is.
Yep.
This is
Okay.
mine."
Oh no.
It's
Uh-oh.
it's kind of similar in Time Ranger, but it's the other way around where he's like he asks to be the leader and he's like no, but he's like, what if I get you that cool box? And he's like, okay, well maybe we'll talk if you get that cool box.
Oh my goodness. I kind of feel for both of them though, because again, for one who's been trying to be recognized and always having to always do their best,
Mhm.
not being recognized, and then there's this like rich bestie of them who always has everything,
Yep.
but is not working for anything. Is just like, man,
But
Mhm.
constantly wants to be doing something, you know.
yeah.
Yep.
And then they both find the things that they were good for, but another person isn't feeling satisfied for it yet because
Yeah.
they haven't mission.
Oh, someone
feel
also
for both.
pointed out apparently Ruben Langdon has a cameo in Time Force at some point.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, I had no idea about that.
I didn't either. You got me.
Of commission for a bit.
Alright.
Eric sticks his hand in the box, but there's so much power surging through it, it causes a bit of an explosion. It turns out the quantum controller, well, controls a weapon known as the Quantosaurus Rex. So while the Rangers do battle with the X-Vault mutants, Wes finds Eric and tries to have him hand over the quantum controller. But
Oh, good.
Eric
They skipped
refuses.
over completely
He's such a
everything I
dick.
talked about.
Lives are at stake,
Okay.
but because it's Wes asking for the box, it's personal, and he won't give it up.
Yep.
And with his back pushed up against the wall, Eric puts his hand in the box. And when he removes it, a morpher is now on his wrist.
oh my god, I was right.
Fire. Oh, it's such a good
Outside, we
shot.
see the Ranger struggling with the mutant, when it then gets blasted by a Red Ranger. But it's not Wes. Eric now has the powers of the Quantum Ranger. He's super powerful and destroys the Cyclobots and captures the mutants all by himself. The episode ending with this really cool scene.
Oh god.
So good, man. It's so good.
Besties now rivals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
The entire fight, it's not really explained because, you know, obviously time and everything. Aha, time.
time.
The entire time that Wes is like, hey, give me the box. You don't understand what you have. It's like, no, this is mine. Like, you just want this for yourself. You want this power for yourself. And that's the entire fight. There's just a whole bunch of misunderstandings. And it's just, ooh, it's crafted so well.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's also a really cool thing because there's a couple moments here. I don't know if Connor's gonna show it. I'm gonna wait and see if he does.
Oh.
But if not, I will explain it.
Hi, Raiders. Hello.
Never mind. The episode ends there.
Well,
Hi, Raiders. Hello. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you for joining us. My name is Kane. I am an ultimate Ikemen, 1/5 VTuber group and take the role not His Majesty. You are my MC, the main character of the story. You are engaged with His Majesty, and I, second Riley's Otome game. I'm your sworn protector. Hello, everyone. We're watching Power Rangers Time Force with Roy and Zeus. I hope you enjoy. Sit back, relax, and if any of you have questions about Power Rangers in general, please feel free to ask.
Yippee!
nice.
All right.
I don't remember if it's the next episode or not what I was saying, but I'm gonna let it play. And if it doesn't say it, I will come back to this scene specifically
Mm-hmm.
in a minute.
Clash for Control Part 1. Wes and Eric argue about the quantum powers again. Eric standing firm, though, that the powers are his.
Yeah.
It turns out the Q-Rex is actually stuck in the prehistoric times due to some time-traveling shenanigans. So when Ransik opens up a wormhole to the past...
time is a weird soup.
Soup?
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird soup. It's a weird
Yeah.
soup.
Soup.
Yeah.
Soup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Soup.
Soup.
Eric takes a ship and follows, with Wes jumping on it to lead. Yep,
Oh my
the two
God.
are now in prehistoric times. They get chased by a dinosaur that honestly doesn't look too bad. They spend the entire time arguing with each other on who should have the powers. Or should I say, Eric mainly acts like a dick.
Yeah.
A dinosaur literally knocks Wes off a cliff, and
Oh,
Eric
God.
doesn't care. He runs into a cave and finds...
Yeah. Not even an exaggeration.
Hello?
And it's
No,
literally...
off a cliff.
Oh my god.
Really
Person
quickly.
falls off
Hi,
and they
Raiders.
don't- Oh
Hello.
my god.
Hi, Raiders. Hello. Hope you're all doing well. Really quickly. Hi, Raiders. My name is Kane. I am an ultimate human, one-fifth of vtuber convicted one that of His Majesty. You are my MC, the main character of the story. You are engaged with His Majesty, and I, the second brother. So tell me, game. I'm your sworn protector. Hope you're all doing well, and thank you so much for joining. We're watching Power Rangers Time Force with Roy, Chiato, and Zeus Mythos. That's not your last name.
Hello.
It's the name. But anyway.
Company name. Yep.
The company.
The company.
But please feel free to relax, enjoy. We're watching Power Rangers Time Force. If you have any questions about Power Rangers in general, please feel free to ask. But more than anything, please sit back and enjoy.
Yippee.
the
Yay.
Q-Rex. However, when he catches up with Wes, the two fight. Because of this bickering, Ransik's mutant gains control of the Q-Rex via brainwash. A volcano then erupts, and the mutant with the Q-Rex opens up a portal back to 2001.
I was about to say, you may notice this is entirely American footage because they use a very different plot for the Q-Rex that I'm not entirely sure why they felt the need to do this for American footage. It's kind of cool, though.
Okay. A lot of original plot lines here.
There are, but like it all leads to the same place, which is why it's like Time Force
They
is
did a
such
really good job crafting this together.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Also, thank you for asking if I had checked my butthole. I appreciate it, chat. Thanks.
What?
I'm pardon?
They spent 200 bits to ask me, have you checked your butthole? Skeet up butthole.
Why do you have a team that asks? You know what? Don't tell me.
Anyway,
Aaron gets in his ship and leaves Wes behind.
Have a nice
Seriously, what is
day.
it?
he leaves away.
He leaves him. He leaves him in the What? What?
Don't say based. What?
I know you hate him, but like, they're still a person.
Oh my god, dude.
Dick. I mean, he does come back at the last second, but geez, what was the point of leaving before? The Q-Rex is now destroying the
You
city.
wanted to see if he
and
turns into a
Eric
fossil.
realizes
True.
that he can't
my
control
God.
it. Clash for Control Part 2. The Rangers summon their Zords and cause enough damage to the Q-Rex that it retreats momentarily. During this time, we get more of Eric being a dick. Mr. Collins
That's crazy.
approached the Rangers with
No
a
way.
proposal to work under his command. Eric flaunts that in Wes's face, and Wes laughs it off, but Eric makes a good point. The Rangers' only mission is to capture Ransik. With Mr. Collins'
True.
money and resources, they'd be able to do it a lot quicker. With the insult cherry on
Money.
top being Eric saying he would be the new leader of the Rangers. Wes has heard enough and decides to fight Eric. However, they
God,
need
I
to
love
stop when the
this fight.
Q-Rex starts attacking the city again.
Oh,
Eventually,
he doesn't show any of it. It's actually like they beat the shit out of each other. It is.
God.
It is like it seems like they're trying to kill each other, beat the shit out of each other. It's a wild fight.
Guys, that is not the way.
No, not at
That's
all.
not how you make friends? Really?
No. Do you just casually just fight everybody in Invicta?
Got it.
Like,
Put that down in a notepad.
What of just notes? Fight everybody in Invicta.
Mhm.
Okay, gotcha.
just schedules a fight with
Yeah.
Tyga.
I gotcha,
at 3
gotcha.
PM,
I
schedules
guess
a
that's
fight
not
with
how
Harmony
you
at 6.
resolve.
Well, Tyga does want to fight you, so that's already happening.
Every day of my life.
Every day. Every day.
through enough
It's okay, we
yelling
all
and
love Tyga.
determination, Eric gets the Q-Rex under his control, which also has a Megazord mode, which is pretty cool.
It does look really
they
cool.
defeat the mutants, and the Rangers tell Wes,
Wait, let's look at it
which
again.
also has a Megazord mode, which is pretty cool.
All
Yippee!
silver. Wow.
I've always loved this thing.
It's so cool. And it's especially cool because they bring this design back like one other time in Power Rangers.
Oh.
They use it for
Two.
is it 2 other times?
2 times. 2
Oh.
times, technically.
For what's it called? Zenkaiger.
Zenkaiger and
Gokaiger.
Gokaiger,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, so they use this mecha again twice, which is really cool.
Redesigned, mind you,
Yeah.
but the idea is there.
Okay.
Cool. They defeat the mutants, and the Rangers tell Wes that they rejected his father's offer. Friendship is more important. Ending the episode.
What are they? Okay. So the shot that I was talking about, which he didn't show, which makes me kind of sad. There's a Sentai shot where all the Rangers kind of like gang up together at the end. Wes is like super beaten to shit because he lost the fight against Eric. And after Eric gets control of the Q-Rex again and wins, he gets back down and the rest of the Rangers are there. And all the Rangers come running towards him. And he's like, oh, here comes my team. Ha! Like, it's everything I ever wanted. And they all run past him and go to Wes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a really, like, really nice shot and sequence. And it, like, the time freezes, too, as they run by him. It's just a really cool shot.
Yeah.
That must have stung him so
Oh,
bad.
absolutely.
I'm just saying, you don't make friends by being a dick.
I mean, that's true. That's true. It's true. Unless you're Abare Killer. But that's a different season. We'll talk about that another time.
Okay.
So let's talk about Eric and the Quantum Ranger.
Yeah.
Eric is a dick. The first
but he's a
ever
good
douchebag a-hole Power Ranger.
Yeah, but he's
he
a
has
fun
like
one.
no redeeming qualities.
What?
Saving Wes from the volcano was the only redeemable thing he did.
That's crazy.
He acts out of selfish intent more than anything. The city's literally being destroyed and he still won't give up the powers.
I mean,
He's pretty unlikable, but I think that's the point for right now.
okay, good. I was gonna say that's kind of the point. You're
For
supposed
right
to, yeah.
now.
He's supposed to kind of be like the anti-hero.
Eric is so overpowered in this game. I'm so sorry. Continue.
He's literally Cable that has a melee mode.
I like just sitting on the ground, just spamming the blast button and juggling. It's great.
Oh my gosh.
Because we do get a flashback scene where Wes gets invited to a party, but not Eric. But Wes immediately rejects the party offer to just hang out with Eric instead. I'd understand
Aww.
Eric's animosity if Wes was a spoiled little jerk in their younger years, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
Again, maybe that's just part of Eric's character. We'll have to just learn more as we go through
Also wild though this game has 2 Time Force representatives.
Yeah.
the series.
I mean,
He's
Such a
played
good
by
game.
Daniel Southworth, who's a pretty big name in the voice acting field, most famously voicing Virgil in the Devil May Cry series. The Quantum Ranger itself is a pretty cool design. It's our first ever red 6th Ranger. There's a few differences to tell it apart from Wes's suit. The arrow on the helmet is more jagged, and the secondary color is black as opposed to white.
Yep.
Honestly, this season as a whole so far has been flawless. The writing and acting has really gone up a notch. These characters are very complex, and everything just feels more mature and serious. I'm really excited to see what's up next.
Hey, Crabdale, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders! Hope you guys are doing well. We are reacting to some Power Rangers Time Force goodness tonight. I've got my good friend Kane Knight.
Hello, hello.
And my other good friend Zeus.
hi.
So pull up a chair, enjoy the Power Rangers goodness.
Bodyguard in blue. Nadira kidnaps the head scientist in charge of the Quantum Ranger tech at Biolab. They make chase
Wait, he didn't talk about that yet.
The what?
The Quantum Ranger tech at Biolab. Right? Or am I
I'm
crazy?
blanking. I don't know. Wait, no? Yes? Maybe.
I hope if he doesn't talk about it within the next like 45 seconds, I might be like, all right, Zeus. So here's the deal.
after his daughter, who manages to run away and hide. She runs into Lucas, who overhears him saying he does odd jobs. So the little girl hires him to be her bodyguard. The bulk of the episode has the two bickering. It's nice to see, Lucas not wanting any part of her, but they slowly build a bond and genuinely protects her at all costs, even morphing in front of her. Lucas and the little girl are doing battle with the mutant, while the Rangers and Eric rescue the scientist. They succeed, capture the mutant, and Lucas actually manages to drop his cool guy persona after creating a friendship with this little girl.
Okay, two things. Because they're not explaining it. And something else happened that Connor also didn't explain, which kind of blows my mind. So Time Shadow can combine with the Megazord.
Okay.
I just saw it in a scene and I was like, okay, I couldn't remember if it happened before or after Eric, but it happened before and we saw it like for like a glimpse. Let's see. That. You can see the combined form of it. And I'm like, wait a minute, he never mentioned this. But that's the finisher for the combined version. It has it for both the red version of the Megazord and the blue version of the Megazord.
Okay.
And it has just a combined version. And then the other thing, part of the reason why Eric wanted to get the quantum powers was since he works for. Don't throw things at me, chat. Come on, I'm trying to explain things here. The reason why Eric wanted like the stuff for Mr. Collins and the Silver Guardians, they can use the tech of the quantum morpher to reverse engineer more stuff.
Oh, yes, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. So now there's a
very
department
important.
for that they're trying to reverse engineer tech from the future. Which
Since it's now in their hands because of Eric, they're trying to like
What?
bring future tech into the modern day.
Okay. That usually means bad things are gonna happen.
Yes.
Oh, does it? Anyway,
Absolutely.
continue.
Oh, Lucas. What? You're just a big softy at heart.
The Legend of the Clock Tower. Wes tells the gang a story about a ghost who owns the clock tower. His name is Walter,
Halloween
and he never
episode?
managed to confess his love to a girl.
That's
so
crazy.
he roams the clock tower at night.
That's wild.
Katie is the only one who's invested and actually kind of scared of the ghost. One night, she falls into a wormhole and ends up in the past, where she ends up meeting Walter.
That's crazy.
The whole episode is Katie trying to build up Walter's courage to stand up to the bully and confess his love, which he of course ends up doing. However, Katie wakes up and it was all apparently just a dream. Then, literally, at the last 4 minutes of the episode, we get a whole fight scene and Megazord battle because up to this point, there have been 0 Power Rangers. It turns out Katie did alter
Listen.
the future, because when she mentions
Don't
Walter
worry
to
about it.
Wes, he says that Walter did end up getting married to the love of his life.
Oh.
Aw.
What? Wow.
Well, that's sweet.
Anyway,
Trust in triumph. While on a mission to capture Nadira,
I
Wes
thought there
makes a
would be a
mistake and the villains end up
big
escaping.
change,
Jen then
but
rips
alright.
into Wes, saying that she can't trust him because of his poor
Ooh.
judgment. But Wes bites back a bit.
But you know what, Jen? Trust is a two-way street. No matter what you say, we do it. But you don't trust us enough to open up. You never let anybody in.
There's a certain kind of tension in this room, and it's very powerful.
Ooh.
A mutant then transports the Rangers into some alternate dimension where they do battle with
New Mexico. It's Breaking Bad. It's the yellow filter again.
Oh,
It's the Mexico
yeah,
filter.
it's the RPM filter.
It's the RPM filter, or the Hell filter from Lightspeed Rescue.
That's
When you said
right.
Breaking Bad, I was like, I have never watched that show.
I've never watched it either.
So it takes place in New Mexico, but when they're in Mexico,
Okay.
they put this filter on, so you know they're in Mexico.
Okay.
It's so bad.
What?
evil team of Time
Okay.
Force Rangers. They're pretty outclassed and getting whooped. During the fight, they notice a crack that will transport them back to the real world, but only Wes and Jen make it out. Meaning, if they want to rescue the others, they'll need to work together.
Whoa,
And trust
shocker.
one another. What? How convenient.
That's
During
crazy.
the preparation, Jen notices that Wes is nervous. And this is where she finally opens up to him a bit. She says that she wasn't always confident. That is until Alex showed up. He took her under his wing and trained her to become one of the strongest officers Time Force has ever seen. She's never told anyone that story. Wes is the first person, which he's touched by. So they execute the plan. Jen goes back in the dimension while Wes stays in the real world, and at the exact same time, they'll shoot their blasters at the same spot, destroying this dimension. They succeed and rescue the others. The episode ends with Wes setting up a fun little target practice. Jen is a terrible shot, but when Wes goes to his sister, she gets flashbacks of her and Alex.
Oh,
and
man.
starts feeling something.
Oh, man.
She needs to
boy.
stand.
I also have to say that's one of my favorite episodes in Time Ranger as well. It's just as well done on both sides. Same general concept. The alternate dimension thing, the you need to trust me thing, and just well done.
Ransik releases another
Nice.
mutant.
Oh, it's
Not
this
a-
episode!
He
It's
seems
a good
bit
one.
different. He doesn't want to hurt
I hope you
anyone
like
or be a
racism.
bad guy at
Oh,
all,
this
but Ransik forces him
episode!
to, putting on a shock collar that hurts him when he doesn't obey. Nauticon manages to escape, but Frax and the Cyclobots make chase and plan to destroy him. Trip sees this though and saves Nauticon, learning that this mutant doesn't want to be evil and promises to protect him. We learn
Thank
that
God he
Nauticon
actually
was in
learned
prison
from
for
25
pet
years of
theft.
jail time.
He just wants to help people, you know?
Yeah.
You learned. Oh, what a
Stole some
thought.
vegetables because he was hungry and nobody would give him food because of how he looked.
Oh.
Eric then shows up and wants to destroy Nauticon
Gosh.
because he's a dirty racist.
Think they deserve the same justice we do?
I mean, okay. To be fair, it is also very racist in the Time Ranger
no.
like Super Sentai variant. So
Look at him, he's a freak!
However, Trip stands his ground, not allowing Eric's racism to win.
You hate him because he looks different. I'm not afraid to stand up for what's right. If we don't do it, then who will?
Eric hesitantly points his blaster at the two, but misses his shot, saying that this blaster must be broken. The shot caller takes control and the Rangers have to fight Nauticon. However, they manage to break him free from the collar and turn him back into a toy, which still seems kinda mean.
yeah.
The episode ends with everyone still angry at Eric, but Trip says he used his powers to look into Eric's heart and sees why Eric always acts out. It's because he's lonely. A great episode. Trip
Surprise.
once again being a national treasure and ending racism.
They are indeed a national treasure. You are right about that. Mhm.
Love it.
Quantum
10
Secrets.
out of 10.
That
We get a peek into Eric a bit more. We see he
Not the
has some
birds.
pet birds.
Not the
His neighbor
birds.
comes over, a little girl that wants to play with them, and he lets her. She says everyone deserves friends, which obviously hits Eric a bit hard. Some suits then take Eric away, but it turns out to be some of Ransik's goons in disguise. One of the mutants takes Eric's morpher and
Oh,
can
I
change his
remember
voice,
this suit.
impersonating Eric to
Yeah,
terrifying.
The other Rangers show up, but Eric still doesn't want their help. The mutant mentioned how this tech is from the future. Jen saves Eric from a fall, and he tells her that he now knows the truth about the Rangers, that they're from the future. She asks Eric not to tell anyone.
Which is a crazy thing that they didn't reveal that until now, and now we're like a little more than halfway into the season that they didn't know that this stuff was from the future.
They went back in time to get the Megazord.
Yeah,
Did
yeah,
not
so, but,
put
like,
2 and 2 a
This
bit?
entire no, I guess not. This entire time they were just like, oh, this is really advanced Ranger tech.
Yeah.
This is super advanced, whatever it is. But I don't think they've ever once thought, oh, it's from the future. But and in the same vein, they also call themselves Time Force. So I feel like that's a huge giveaway.
Yeah, they did.
But I digress.
It should be. It should be.
one,
Way
and
too
he
many
says he won't
giveaways.
make any promises.
Yeah.
I work alone! Quantum power! I'll handle this myself.
He's out.
Eric Morrison whoops the Cyclobots.
Yeah, he's all
He's
angry.
delivered the I work alone.
His mega battle mode.
Wait, he gets his before the other one? I didn't remember
he gets
that.
his before. Yeah.
Damn.
Yup, the Quantum Rangers Battleizer. And just like every Battleizer apart from Andro so far, it's dumb
I had
as
this.
hell. I get it's supposed to be.
I hate this
Hey,
thing.
wait.
I hate this thing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man.
I really like this thing.
It's the skates, man. I can't do it.
I don't
just
know,
can't.
man. I really like this thing.
Zeus, those are roller skates on his feet.
Oh, why are they very
No.
wide?
Please, I hope he shows some fight footage.
We're gonna find out.
Kane
Please.
is trying to salvage the situation right now.
Listen, I know
Roy,
it's dumb. Listen, I totally understand. But like,
Roy is giving me like, look at those skates.
they're
Do you
future.
think they're good
What
skates?
are those?
They're not. You know, if you were running around with like 2001 roller skates, I might agree with you. But these are from the year 3000 roller skates.
Listen.
So they're better.
But why are they so wide?
I don't know. The
Because
toy.
I think they have
But-
boosters on them. I think that's what it is.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, dude. I can't. I just. Anyway.
Be for a toy, but this thing actually just has.
Look, he's skating on them. They're just running.
I know how it looks. Really, I do. But I really like these things.
Gosh, dude. I just. Okay,
Literal
okay,
rollerblades.
okay.
How is that useful? It doesn't even look cool. Anyway, Eric single-handedly.
Oh, even
defeats
Connor
the
was
Rangers
saying-
with
See, they're not
rollerblades,
even that big. Like on this suit, they're not even that big. But on the toy, they're huge.
I don't know. Those are pretty big, Kane. Those are pretty big. I'm just saying.
in its
On
giant form.
The toy
And then
version
Mr.
was supposed to
Collins
link up with like a Megazord or something. It was like one of those toy exclusive somethings. That's why they're so big. But on the person, it's not that big.
Roy is so unfazed. They're just like, man.
Someone said, plus he has gun swords. His gun turns into a sword already. I'm not impressed. It already does that.
I really like his gun sword things. I'm just saying because they're like arm blade gun things.
The Quantum Defender already does that, though.
Yeah, but this one is strapped to his arm. Both of them.
Yeah, but the Quantum Defender turns into a lightsaber.
But this one's strapped
Oh
to his
my God.
arm.
Have a talk. Eric doesn't mention
popcorn,
anything
I
about the
swear.
Rangers being from the future. The episode ends with Eric and the little girl bonding over birds, and Wes seeing this
Aw.
with a big smile, happy that someone has been able to crack Eric's shell. The last race. Nadira releases another mutant, this one being a super fast and smooth getaway driver that helps her rob stores.
Yippee!
A mutant that races
Wow,
cars?
in Japan?
I wonder who this episode is about.
Yeah.
In Japan.
Yeah, Lucas, of course. He's the only racer to ever beat him, but after a bout of reckless driving, Lucas snitched on him and got him arrested. The mutant doesn't care about working for Nadira or being evil, he just wants to race. And Lucas feels guilty for turning him in, being guilted into thinking that he only did it so he could be the #1 racer. Who's the better racist of them all? Easy, Eric. It's not really that good of a character.
Oh my god. Oh god. Connor, no. Connor, no. Oh god, Connor, no.
Oh,
I mean, true, but like,
he's not wrong.
but
Oh, Connor,
it
no.
hurts, man.
Character episode, it all just boils down to car. The mutant feels bad after almost hitting a kid on the road and turns over a new leaf.
Aw.
Great.
I think they still have to, like, air quotes, kill him though.
What?
I'm pretty sure they do.
No.
Yeah,
you
like-
go.
Or like cryogenically freeze him.
I think that's the idea. Yeah.
Love-struck
He's just
Rangers.
chilling.
Lucas meets a really cool girl who likes cars, and the two plan for a date later. Trip also meets a nerdy girl who's into robotics, and those two plan for a date later.
Whoa.
Wes then
Aw.
runs into a fun athletic girl who plays tennis, but when she asks him out, he says he already likes someone else. So she then uses a spell to make him fall in love anyway. Yep, it turns out this dream girl is a mutant in disguise, putting a spell on Wes, Lucas, and Trip, making them obsess over her. Another mutant starts attacking town, and when Jen calls in for help,
Wait, this is so funny because this episode is so different in Sentai because it's not green, it's yellow because yellow's a guy in the Sentai,
yeah.
Oh.
and like the Green Ranger counterpart is like. Did you say gay gasp?
No, sleepy
Gay
potato.
What'd they say?
Gay
Hey,
gasp.
Gay gasp. Okay. I understand. Listen, I get it.
Sorry, I read it out loud. And
Listen, I understand, Kane. I'm just coming off a little too much. I understand. I get it. I get it.
No,
My
No,
bad,
no,
my
that's
bad.
fine.
My bad,
That's
my bad.
fine.
Oh,
We
goodness, they
support
all
you
ignore
and,
her.
and
A fun
everything.
note is
yes.
that when Jen sees that Wes has a date, she seems
We're
a
proud
bit
of you, Roy.
sad.
Oh my god.
Anyway, this girl.
I like women too, okay? I'm
Understandable.
pansexual. I fight for every team.
Okay, nice.
Hmm.
Very
Hmm.
proud of you.
Good.
Love you all the same.
Thanks, Zeus. You know what? I really appreciate it. I'm just gonna go hang out with friggin' Apollo. At least she's screaming down the streets while she's drunk that I'm hot and sexy and everything. At least I get that support from someone in Mythos.
What do you want me to say?
I want you to say. I want you to stop patronizing me,
I am
Zeus.
a raging bisexual and I am very socially anxious. What else
Just-
do you want me to say?
That's it. That's it. We got it. We got it.
Roy, give her a script. Give her a script, and Zeus just say it. And we'll just,
That's it. No, we got it. Raging bisexual and anxious. There we go. Easy. Winning.
Makes the boy Rangers fight each other. They know nothing of the bro code. Until Jen and Katie fight the mutants and break the spell. The episode ends with Wes teasing Jen, saying she fought extra hard. Almost like it was personal.
Which is really funny because the Super Sentai, there's not this much of a connection between them. But the Pink
Oh.
Ranger spends the whole episode, like, air quotes, dolling herself up. And like she works out, she goes to like a beauty salon, she buys a new outfit, and she breaks the spell by getting them, like the other Rangers, to fall in love with her instead. It's
Oh, wow.
funny.
She literally said, like, bet I can do it better.
She's like, I'll slay it better. Watch this. And she does.
The Riddler.
Oh my god, she slays
my
so bad.
God.
And then
She's
she
slaying.
pulls off the outfit for the dumb futuristic undersuit thing, and I get really sad because she only has it on for like a minute.
Actually, my type is more like.
So close.
So close!
Full exposure.
Wow,
Wes
in the
Vuitton
nick
first
of
sending pictures
In
time.
the nick of time.
Oh
Oh,
my
no.
God.
Rangers to the newspaper, but the owner is like not impressed, saying pictures of the Rangers without their helmets is where the money's at. And if he brings in more pictures without the Rangers' identities exposed, he'll be fired. That's a bit harsh. He's like J. Jonah Jameson.
They're crap. I can
Okay, well.
Wait, that was actually so good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that is a very neat transition.
Well done, Connor. Well done. I
Very,
clap.
very good.
I clap.
Peter Parker here
Oh
decides to
my.
hire Katie for an assistant. She tries to convince him that exposing the Rangers' identities could be bad, but he doesn't care. During the fight, the Rangers get hit hard and demorph. And like flies to cow crap, the photographer shows up and snaps the pictures. The episode ends with him, of course, not turning in the pictures because of friendship and yeah. Okay, up next is the movie.
Wait, that makes me so. All right, I'm
Is that
ready.
Leo's outfit?
Like this?
No, the other
Not turning
Peter
into
Parker.
Oh.
Oh, wait.
Oh, it
I think that's
kind of is.
I think that's just
Kinda
Leo's
see it.
outfit.
They probably took that in the costume.
They probably
department,
just
like,
went into
here.
wardrobe and was just like, here you go, wear this.
It really is. Okay.
Close
well,
or 1-to-1?
I mean, yes.
Because of friendship and yeah. Okay, up next is the movie
I
Madness
love this
two-parter.
episode.
It's the
Oh,
most
these
filler the season
episodes.
has ever offered. There's a movie being filmed nearby. All the Rangers show up and get to be a part of it.
This is the
Turns out, though, it's all
Koichi
just a
episode.
trick.
Yeah.
This is the episodes where they were like, Koichi, do whatever you want.
So good. Oh my gosh.
Filmed nearby. All the Rangers show up and get to be a part of it. It turns out, though, it's all just a trap by the villains. So the Rangers are all in individual movies needing to do battle. Jen is in a kung fu movie, Katie's in a musical, Wes and Tripp are in a western, and Lucas is in a samurai movie. I mean, I guess it's fun and silly, but it feels more like a Mighty Morphin plot rather than Time Force.
Yeah, but it's good. Sorry.
It's a fun
They
little like
run around a
takeaway from
movie
the
set,
story
it's all
so far,
silly.
which is nice.
This is,
best
I
part of the
believe,
two-part-
the Universal Studios backlots.
I think it is. Yeah.
Like this entire thing
Yeah.
was shot on the Universal Studios backlots.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like.
damn.
Let's get. Yeah, the shot. I think this is Universal. I think
So
you're
if
right.
you're ever on the Universal Studios tours and they're like, this was used for Breaking Bad, but it was also used for Power Rangers.
Yeah. Hey, thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate
Oh
you.
my
Thank you.
God. If I ever go with you guys are gonna scream it out. This section was used for Power Rangers, and I'm just there taking pictures.
This was used for Jurassic Park, but also for Power Rangers.
Yep.
Every other thing.
Cutting off the tour guide, just giving you guys a stern look.
Wait, someone said in my chat that Eric was Tarzan and Ransik is Mad Max.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh my.
I don't remember those, but like I'm gonna take your word for it.
Silly. The best part of the two-parter is trying to catch all the references and props. For example, the Western Saloon is Onyx, the villain bar from In Space and Love.
Oh. I don't know if I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Galaxy. Ransik's outfit is actually a nod to Mad Max,
Oh,
which
okay.
Vernon
There we
Wells,
go.
the actor, was
Oh.
actually
There we go. Makes sense.
in, playing a character named Wes. It's fun. and
That's funny.
That is wow. Okay,
Yes.
parallel over parallel.
Yeah.
Time Force Traitor. We start off with Wes and Jen baking cookies. This doesn't lead to anything, but the two of them are always cute doing anything together. Jen steps out to get some ingredients,
Oh,
but she's
baby.
being stalked by someone. A man named Steelix, who beats her up and
Wait, the Pokemon.
Pokemon?
Yeah, that's our same brain cell. Oh my gosh. What are we doing? When are we doing a soul lock? That's the question. When are we
Well,
doing-
I'm not going through that again.
When are we doing a soul lock?
I'm not going through that pain again.
Gen 1 soul lock. Here we go.
ingredients, but she's being stalked by someone. A man named Steelix, who beats her up and even steals her morpher. Steelix was Jen's old partner in Time Force
mugged
before
her.
he turned to the
Yeah.
dark side, selling information to Ransik and betraying everyone. That is until Jen arrested him. Jen feels personally responsible, once again not wanting the.
I will say, I want to see that
is
shot
until Jen
again.
arrested him. Jen feels
Look how many times this season they just beat Jen up. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh my
a lot of
god,
bruises
dude.
everywhere.
Oh my gosh. I
Oh,
feel like it's
just wait.
constantly. Yeah, that's fair.
personally responsible, once again not wanting the Rangers' help, going out of her way to lie so she can face him one-on-one. Jen ends up getting brainwashed, and only through the power of Wes's love.
Wait a
she can
minute.
face him
Hold on a second. I need to
one-on-one.
see that look again.
Jen ends up getting brainwashed, and only
She looks like a
Play- play-
vampire
play it again.
type of thing.
Ooh.
Play it again.
Yep.
and only through the power of Wes's love can it break through.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do the spin again.
So she can face him one-on-one. Jen ends up getting brainwashed.
As evil does.
Yes! Oh my god. Into the fire. Into the fire.
Into the fire.
No! No, I'm with all the muscles and the power. Stop simming for evil Pink Rangers? No.
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 Make me.
But only through the power of Wes's love can it break through. They capture Steelix and finally get to eat those cookies.
They captured. Oh my gosh,
Oh, you really shouldn't have.
Connor, that was a missed opportunity to do a Pokemon. Like you could have put a PNG of Steelix and
Yeah.
then a Pokeball.
That would have been good.
Missed opportunity.
Missed
It's
opportunity.
okay. It's all right. We made the joke for you.
We'll get them next time. We'll get them next time.
We'll get them next time.
Another
Connor,
great
take notes.
episode. Jen is easily the most engaging character to watch on the team. Frax's Fury. A mutant named Venomark gets set free. Venomark
That's
has history with
terrifying.
Ransik.
Wow,
Years
okay.
ago,
Creepy.
or I guess years in the future, Ransik was bit by Venomark and injected with his poison. That is until a human doctor named Dr. Ferrix helped Ransik, creating an antidote that temporarily cures him. Throughout the show, Ransik's been shown to be taking this antidote, and now we know the reason why. His mutant DNA makes it so he needs to take the medicine consistently. We see Dr. Ferrix surrounded by Cyclobots. I think you could see where this is going. Ransik, however, isn't very grateful, saying robots are useless and humans are just as bad, and destroys the doctor's lab, leaving him and the Cyclobots dead while he steals the rest of the antidotes. I guess this proves Jen was right all along. Ransik is an evil man who was offered help, but didn't care.
It's a little more complicated than that, but yes.
Yeah.
Venomark starts spreading his toxic to everyone in the city, including
this is
the
a good
Rangers,
episode.
minus Wes and Eric. Wes manages to get a hold of Ransik's antidote and takes it to his father, saying Biolab is the only place where they can mass produce a cure. Mr. Collins agrees, but not before making a remark about how this will be a gold mine. They make the cure, save the Rangers and civilians, and capture Venomark.
Okay. I'm sad that Connor didn't point this out.
This will be a gold mine.
This is like one of the first times we see Eric like genuinely being, aside from like the time that he spent with the little girl. So they're passing out all the cures to like everybody, and everyone's panicking because like everyone's dying from this disease. And everyone's like, all right, cool, we got the cure. Like, come to the hospital, we'll give it to you, no problem. And everyone's running in there, pushing, shoving, and everything. This old woman gets knocked down and can't get up, and Eric notices it and goes and helps her.
He's the life alert.
Yeah.
He is life alert.
I'm screaming.
For like this one scene.
Yeah.
They make the cure,
He
save
is
the Rangers
redeemed for
and
2 seconds.
Yeah, but he does. He does. He has a good moment. I feel like it's fair. Yeah.
civilians and capture Venomark once again. The episode ends with Ransik making it back to his base and realizing all of his antidotes are destroyed. Frax did this, dropping a bombshell on Ransik. He was Dr. Ferrix, a human who only ever wanted to help people. In his last moments of life, he was able to put his mind into a robot's body. He says he never hated humans like Ransik, but now just wants revenge on him. He then leaves the base while Ransik riles in agony. Dawn of Destiny.
Yeah, so.
That is a plot twist.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Yep.
Yep.
Finds an antique
Holy.
camera, which at the time was new, but in today times is an antique. It's all weird how this works. They all take fun little pictures together before Jen gets serious, saying they need to capture Ransik as fast as possible so as to not alter the future, saying that Venomark's antidote wasn't even supposed to be made for another 200 years.
True.
So to course correct this, Wes tries to steal the antidote and destroy it, but gets caught by Eric and Mr. Collins. Wes doesn't say why he needs to take it, and because of that, his father forces him to leave it at Biolab. Meanwhile, we see Frax building some kind of...
I feel like that's also an interesting shot from Eric, because like it's not an angry one. Like he's like, I know. Like he knows.
They
He
know.
knows. He
Yeah.
knows. Yeah.
Lab. Meanwhile, we see Frax building some kind of powerful Megazord of his own.
Baby.
Ransik is in desperate need of the antidote, and Nadira tells him that Biolab should have plenty. So they invade Biolab to steal it. Ransik comes face to face with Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins says that if he knew this was the reason Wes wanted the antidote, he would have flushed it down the drain himself. Ransik chooses to mock Mr. Collins, saying he's not threatened by a man who threw his own son out of his life.
Wow.
It's a good. To be fair, that's a bold line.
This is a fantastically written season.
Oh,
Anyway,
That
it's so
is-
good.
wow.
It's so good.
Life.
I tried to plan my son's life, but he took charge of his own destiny, and I'll always be proud of him for doing it.
Ransik then hits Mr. Collins with a seemingly fatal strike. Eric tries to stop Ransik. He puts up a good fight, but is overpowered. Ransik now has the antidotes. Frax's Megazord is almost complete, and Mr. Collins is in critical condition in the hospital. The Ranger's situation is dire. Just then, though, they see a figure in the distance.
There's a light in the distance. I see it coming closer.
I was thinking it. I didn't say it, but
I had to because you did. I lined it up for you.
You're right.
Man.
He's already shifted, and I'm here to set it back on track.
Fight against fate. Alex
Isn't
is
he dead?
back. He
Nope.
survived the fight with Ransik and is now taking back leadership and control of the Red Ranger powers. Wes wants to help, but Alex says it's his destiny to take over Biolab, because his father will die tomorrow. Alex says you can't change destiny. Wes hands in his morpher and heads to the hospital, where he gets told that someone needs to take charge while his father is out. And remembering Alex's words, Wes hesitantly agrees. Meanwhile, we see that Alex is kind of a dick,
Just
giving
a little
everyone
bit.
the third degree, saying how incompetent they've all been and forcing them to dress in their Time Force uniforms again.
We've been working really hard to capture Ransik.
I can see that. Looks like you've been working really hard.
What's weird is how everyone
Oh,
Ooh.
that's,
Ooh.
he's really giving the vibe of, hey, you replaced me.
Yeah.
Let me be a dick for like 2 seconds.
reacts to it though, they're acting like it's their first time working under Alex. Like, you're a team, right? Surely you've dealt with him being an a-hole before.
So the difference is like they didn't do things like this. They didn't like fight giant monsters. They weren't in the past for like almost a
they
full
weren't
year.
Power Rangers.
Yeah, they were just basically cops, and they weren't
They were
really
just officers. Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't really under him because they all kind of did their own things.
Okay.
So, but that's just a me defending the show type thing, you know.
The Power Rangers and yeah.
Did the timeline change him? We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Frax's Megazord is also complete. The Rangers do battle in the Megazord, but are struggling. Alex is barking orders, and their teamwork is all out of whack. Meanwhile, Wes is stuck in a boring business meeting. Eric sees this and is furious. He offered to step in, but immediately got shut down because he's viewed as a grunt. The Rangers need to retreat, and once again, Alex tears into them.
You care about the future? Have you forgotten about it completely?
We haven't forgotten.
The episode ending with Wes holding his unconscious father's hands, with Alex's words about his impending death haunting him. Destiny defeat.
It's rough. Like, there's so much about this show that I love Time Force and I love Time Ranger for it, because it's the implied thing of like, you don't have control of your own destiny. And Alex coming back and being like, yeah, Wes, like, your father's gonna die and you have to take over Biolab. Like, you were never meant to be a Power Ranger. This is it. This is where it ends. And that combined with like the stuff that happens with Eric and the rest of the Time Force Rangers and all of their own destinies, it's always just such an over-looming theme, and part of the reason why I love Time Force.
Yeah.
So it's great.
Defeated.
Hey,
Eric is
DBZ
leaving
fanboy, thank you for the
town,
follow. Or thank
presumably
you for the
because
sub.
he
I appreciate
doesn't
you.
want to work under Wes. He gives his birds to his neighbor and tells her to look after them until he returns. In the hospital, Wes runs into a man who was there during the Biolab attack. He tells Wes that he's surprised he's running Biolab, because his father was proud of him carving his own path. Wes doesn't believe his father is capable of being proud.
Damn.
But the man was
That's
there
rough.
in the room during the confrontation. All of this takes Wes back a bit. Meanwhile, the Rangers continue to do battle with Frax.
Ew.
Alex's attitude continues to destroy morale, and the Rangers lose the fight, with Alex blaming and yelling at the rest of the team. But now, they've had enough.
You're the one who doesn't care about the future. If you did, you wouldn't have taken Wes's morpher. The team is strongest this way.
No! We're strongest with Wes!
One by one, they stand
why
up
do
to
we
Alex,
lose
saying how they
I mean, they're right. They didn't lose with Wes. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
They haven't lost with Wes. That is true.
True and real. True and real.
for Wes. Just then, Wes shows up to fight Frax unmorphed. Alex realizes what he has to do, and gives Wes back his morpher.
Let's do it! Time for! Time for!
They do battle with Frax and the Megazord. Eric also shows up to join in when he sees the city in danger. Meanwhile, back at the hospital, Mr. Collins flatlines. But just then, Alex shows up with this mysterious artifact that heals Mr. Collins completely. The Rangers destroy Frax's Megazord, but Frax himself survives. Wes rushes to the hospital and thinks it's too late. But his father comes in on a wheelchair, and the two reconcile.
I found myself going
Oh.
and I saw you. And I knew
My
I'd
dad
make
was
it.
in and out of the hospital during this time, and this
Your
hit me
place
hard.
is with the Rangers.
Probably why this season stuck with me so hard.
Alex
Aww.
Someone hit me with 100 bits saying my dad was in and out of the hospital during this time, and this hit me hard. Probably why this season stuck so hard for me. Yeah, I can imagine. Thank you for the bits and sharing that.
No, especially if you didn't see like the thing with Alex. This hits hard.
Yeah.
Like you remove all the Ranger stuff from this, and this is just
a soap
this
opera.
This is a
is
really
heavy.
hard hitting show.
Yeah.
decides he'll return back to the future and assist how he can from there. Everyone says goodbye and seemingly reconcile with Alex. Wes thanks him for saving his father's life.
I love how awkward it looks.
How superimposed he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say for the most part they handled it well, because like they would film shots where like only one of them was in view, and they would have like a behind the head shot.
Yeah.
But this is the first time they're like on screen together. It's like, oh, okay, man.
And jokingly says that he himself toyed with destiny. Alex's response is that everyone creates their own destiny. He learned that from Wes. A really
untrue, but okay.
Really good mini arc. There was a lot of drama here. I genuinely teared up when
Damn, he
Wes and his
spins.
father reconciled with each other. The mini arc had a lot of powerful moments. Learning about Frax's tragic backstory made me feel really bad for him. I just wish he had a reason for wanting to destroy the city and not focusing on Ransik instead. Eric is also shown to be more open to help and being friends these past few episodes.
Yeah.
He gave Wes a ride to the hospital, assisted with the antidotes, and shown up to help fight on his own accord.
Yeah.
I'm a little torn on Alex. Like, again, everyone is surprised that Alex is a dick, even Jen. I also think it would have been more dramatic if we saw Mr. Collins flatline and then cut to the Rangers fighting the mutant. And then when Wes shows up to the empty hospital bed, it would be more powerful when...
Yeah, because
I agree 100%.
Yeah, without seeing like the orb thing, I think that would have been better.
we see Mr. Collins is actually alive. I'm also a bit split on the Wes, Jen, and Alex love triangle, but I'll save that for the end. I can't stress enough just how mature and well written this season has been so far. For now, though, let's continue onward.
Oh my god!
What the heck is this? Oh my god, Fox Kids flashbang, dude. Oh my god.
It's so hard.
Oh, I need a second. Oh, I just felt myself hyperventilating. Oh.
That was also really loud.
Yeah.
For my MC.
Me too. Okay, let's try again.
On Fox Kids.
There we go.
Undercover Rangers. So there's this suspicious gym that opened up that makes everyone there drink their magical drinks. They become super strong. So Wes and Jen go undercover to check it out.
I love
That's
them.
pretty much
Oh
the
my
main
God.
plot.
I love them.
But the real reason to watch this episode is because it further builds on Wes and Jen's relationship.
That's crazy.
Jen admits that Alex has changed, and she's not sure if she loves him anymore. She now has feelings for Wes, with the feelings being mutual. The rest of the team are also aware and trying their best to wingman the two. The front desk lady at the gym starts hitting on Wes, and Jen gets jealous. They really got their mileage out of this filler episode.
Yeah.
The magic steroid drink is actually turning humans into cyclobots, so amidst the bickering lovers, they also have to deal with this.
That's such a cool shot. Hold on a second.
my.
Wait, let me see that again.
Cyclobots. So amidst the bickering lovers, they also have to deal with this.
Thank you.
Oh,
Okay,
Koichi, you're
that's-
so
Jen
dark.
trying to
Sorry.
feelings,
God,
but
so-
doesn't get the chance. Oh yeah, Alex also sends Wes another toy motorcycle to sell at Walmart. Beware.
Wait, I don't remember this one at all.
I remember that one. Yeah.
What the heck? What the hell is this thing? It looks like the hovercraft
It was
cycle
a
from
giant
Dino
hover
Thunder.
cycle.
Oh my gosh. It's the hovercraft cycle from Dino Thunder. Oh my gosh.
Beware the night.
The noise you made.
The naughty knight.
While Trip is out picking up some pizza for the gang, he gets
Beware the
attacked by a
knight.
knight. He returns to the clock tower to tell everyone, but no one believes him. Why? Is a knight so unbelievable when compared to the mutants you've been fighting?
I don't
Anyway,
think
this
so.
evil knight has an artifact he's trying to use to find the mystical powers known as the Battle Fire. There's a lot of fun
Battle
action.
Fire.
A lot of fight scenes happen at night, which we don't get to see too often.
Yeah.
Wes gets a hold of the artifact and needs to fight an actual dragon.
Yeah, listen.
What?
Shit, listen.
What?
An actual dragon.
Listen, okay? Mystic Force wasn't the first one to do it, okay?
Listen, you've never fought an actual dragon before?
Yeah.
You sound so surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, I fought Fatalis, sure, but okay.
Okay. All right. Mystic Knights of Tirnanog, true.
This is horrifying. Wes defeats the dragon and activates the power of the Battle Fire for himself.
Red Battle Warrior!
Yep, a battleizer for Wes.
Okay. I have such mixed feelings about this.
I
Okay.
love this thing.
I love the design. I think it is way better than Eric's, first of all. However, comma.
No. What is it?
However, comma, because this is American original, I'm kind of like, it just weirds me out that it's like, oh, it's a season about, time travel and like futuristic stuff. And they're like, what do? Give him night powers. I'm like, I don't know, man.
I think that's really clever because he goes back in time.
I don't know, man.
He goes back in time to get it. It's like the past mixing with the future. That's cool.
That's why it's like weird to me, because it's like, how does it work? Like, man, this is future tech. How the like, what the frig?
It's magic. It's magic and technology perfectly mixed together in one beautiful suit.
I don't know. I still will agree though. I think the suit looks great. I genuinely do. I think it's a dope looking battleizer. I'm still like, I'm so wishy-washy on whether I like love the theming or I hate the theming,
Contradictory themes are definitely,
it just weirds me out sometimes. I think the suit looks great, but yeah, just the
magic is just science you don't understand. Yeah, it's perfect. It's just science.
Mods ban that guy.
True.
Mods ban that guy. Untie their shoelaces. Yeah, most of the battleizers are American made. They actually didn't start doing battleizers until like what?
Technically space, but making it a more consistent thing.
Well, space didn't have a battleizer.
Yeah.
No, for Sentai. Like like it wasn't until like Dino Thunder, wasn't it? Like Kyori or Alba Ranger?
Technically,
it
was SPD.
SWAT mode?
No, they took like the USA battleizer and used it in like a movie, and then from then on they just started giving like the Red Ranger exclusive gear.
I was thinking
it did so well. It was.
I was thinking Triassic because they had that in Amba Ranger as well, didn't they?
Yeah, but Triassic was like a power up mode, but they didn't do the full on battleizer. I'm going down like the list. Yeah, it started. If you want to count the Triassic mode, technically, Dino Thunder, but like a real battleizer didn't really start until SPD.
Okay. It was used in the team up with Magi Ranger and Deca Ranger. Is
Yeah,
what my
yeah,
channel
yeah.
says. Okay, fair enough. Thank you guys. I appreciate the clarification. We always like learning more.
They
But
used the secondary mode. They skipped the first mode, the cyber mode.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, well, back to action.
Wes, dubbed the Battle Warrior armor. It's a bit much for me with a
That's a really nice shot.
That's a really
Whoa.
nice PNG.
Holy crap. Okay, Connor, I see you.
Wow. They really cut that well. Oh my goodness.
I don't
Yeah,
think I've ever noticed the arrows on the legs.
Time Force,
before.
Huh. Time Force.
a lot going on.
I mean, it is a
Again,
clock,
I know it's
so-
for a toy, but still. At least there's nothing stupid about it. He does get a big sword, which instantly turns anything into a 10 out of 10.
Is that a?
But
Is that
now-
a?
It's a jab at
nudge
Eric's.
too?
Yeah.
Listen,
Yep.
there are future rollerblades, all right?
I don't
Kane is willing
know.
to die on that hill.
All I'm saying is Sonic Adventure 2 had Chiato with like air shoes skating on nothing.
Okay,
And they could have done that
alright.
instead. I'm just saying he's the ultimate life form.
The future hasn't been changed yet, all right?
I'm just saying chaos control.
But he's a fake. Sorry.
Maria.
Oh my goodness. Maria.
Maria.
This is so funny as well because like my profile picture is,
Oh my god.
is a Sonic OC or something.
Listen. Eric wishes. Eric wishes his battleizer was as cool as freaking, Shadow the Hedgehog. Anyway, welcome in Bridget Hart and Raiders. Thank you for the raid. Welcome everybody. My name is Roy. I'll be your buddy host for today. Watching through Power Rangers Time Force, the weird world of Power Rangers Time Force, specifically from Con of the Waffle. I'm of course joined by my Rangers in action. It's
Oh my god, I also got a raid. Uh-oh.
hey, perfect timing.
Will I get over? No, I
triple raid?
won't. I won't.
The triple raid?
Hello, Dandelion, welcome in. I am Zeus, and I'm with Roy and Kane. We're currently watching Power Rangers Time Force. I am being educated by both of them because they are the teachers, and I am the student.
I appreciate
Give
you
it a
not
raid.
referring to yourself as dumb this time.
Oh, no, I am dumb.
No,
That's just a normal thing.
no. In the past, you were like, yeah, because they're smart and I'm dumb. And I'm like, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
I feel like both of you would know
Zeus is
more
just
about
cute.
tech stuff.
True.
Both of you would know more about tech stuff than I do, so I think that kind of warrants it.
What does
I
it have
do
to do
like-
about being smart?
I do a lot of tech stuff.
I also do a
yeah.
lot of tech stuff. So
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like a lot of my friends, I would say like, "This is my complaint," and then they told me like, "Did you turn it on and off?" And I haven't, and apparently that is the solution.
Oh no. You're one of those. Zeus, when's the last time you restarted your computer or shut it down?
I haven't shut it down because I heard that it's not good to shut it down, so I only have it as sleep mode. But I restart it every 2 days.
What? Why would it be bad to shut it down?
That's what my tech support says.
Mm.
2 of my tech support said that.
Huh?
I'm not kidding.
Okay, well, anyway, Zeus is cute. Moving on.
We've reached a special episode. Because you know what time it is?
Wait, is it bad to shut
It's
down?
time
I heard.
for-
That's what I heard.
I don't
You
say it
guys-
is.
If you guys can somehow logic it out and tell me, then sure.
For what it's
probably will.
worth, I have heard that too, Zeus, but shutting down your computer,
When you're not
Is
using
better
it
than
is
having it
better.
sleep.
How I look at it is
Hmm.
if your computer is like a car,
Mm.
you wouldn't leave your car running if you're not using it.
You wouldn't download a car. Sorry, wrong.
You wouldn't download a
wrong
bear.
advice. Wrong advice. Sorry.
I used to download a car?
You wouldn't download a bear?
No?
Damn. But yeah, that's the analogy I use is you wouldn't use your car. You wouldn't leave your car running if you're not driving.
Okay.
So
So it is better to shut it down then.
I think it is personally.
Hmm.
But I mean,
Okay.
if you have multiple people telling you,
I have heard that too. This isn't the first time I'm hearing that.
yeah.
Okay.
It could be dependent on the gear that you have. It could be dependent on the tech that you have. I've always worked under the just shut it down when you're not using it, because like so many people will be like, yeah, I left it on for like 3 weeks, and then I had to restart for something. I'm like, why?
Roy looking at me judgingly for like not letting my PC
That's why
shut
I
down.
asked. That's why I asked. I was worried. I was worried, Zeus. I thought I was gonna have to fly over to Mount Olympus and climb up that goddamn mountain, teach you a lesson.
Someone in my chat said since it has to offload data stored in memory into storage, which increases wear on your storage, shutting down lets a computer undergo cleanup and junk removal. So I think that's what you guys are saying.
Yes.
Having to shutting it down. Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Anyway, are you ready for a crossover episode, Zeus?
Oh, sure.
It's
time for light speed.
I was gonna say it's
Time
time,
for
and
light
it's like
speed.
3/4 of the way into the season.
Oh
It's a
my
special
goodness.
episode.
Yippee!
Because you know
We're
what
gonna
time
see
it
Captain
is?
America.
It's time for Lightspeed.
I get
We don't
it.
waste any time. We're
Wow.
Yeah, but it's
Funny title name. Ha ha ha.
it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite cross. It's not bad, but it's not my favorite. And you'll see why in a second.
at a graveyard where Vipra comes up from the grave.
They live.
Oh,
Yeah,
Viper.
but out of every villain they could have taken from Lightspeed Rescue, they brought back Vipra.
Maybe Viper was just available. Viper's actress.
Yeah.
Available.
Maybe, yeah.
I do like the
been
eye
really
effects they
tight.
gave her though. They gave her like special contacts to make her look like dead.
Yeah.
So
Ground. Mind you, I'm pretty sure Viper was absorbed into Queen Banshira's body.
Yeah.
But whatever. She's back and her acting has not improved.
Curses.
She's trying to steal.
She's a demon. You know, I'll defend it as that. She's a demon,
bro.
She literally just said curses.
I'm actually
Okay.
no longer living. I am deceased.
Roy is now 6 feet under because of this.
Roy is now an
replaced that ring.
undead bunny bartender VTuber.
Oh,
Listen,
my
that's
God.
you know, yeah. I'm not a bartender, but I can sure tend your bars anyway. So
Hello.
I'm a barista,
Hey, yo.
but more so a host. I say because I stopped calling myself a barista because I'm tired of people coming to my chat and being like, yeah, I'll take like, you know, a caramel macchiato. And I'm like, bitch, no, you won't. You ain't paying for anything.
If you get 10 subs, Roy will be able to make you a caramel macchiato.
Man, listen,
Give
okay.
10 subs for a caramel macchiato. Upside down
Exactly.
caramel macchiato.
Listen, 10 subs is 10 subs. You know what I'm saying?
They will take it. They will.
Okay, listen, guys. You know, jokes aside, it's time to get back to
This amulet, but she can't because she's
This
attached by
amulet.
something. She attacks the Silver Guardians, who shows up and heads to Ransik's lair,
Damn,
making a
that's
deal
crazy.
with him that if he helps steal the amulet, she'll be able to summon a demon that will destroy the Rangers.
Sure.
Later that night, the two evil forces head to the museum and steal the amulet. The Rangers show up and try to fight, but they're overpowered, with the amulet now in Vipra and Ransik's hands.
I'm wondering if this is entirely American because I don't remember what the Go-Go 5 Time Ranger team up was.
Oh yeah, from my understanding, this is completely original.
I'm even trying to just remember what it is. But I'm
The
struggling.
Rangers are gonna need some help. Luckily, a familiar-looking Hummer appears on the scene.
Who are you?
Carter Grayson, Lightspeed Rescue, Red Ranger.
Carter.
Carter gives the
Wait,
rundown about
I never realized that's exactly the same way he says that in Forever Red.
Yep.
Is
It
that
never
just
changes.
the official designation of how to introduce yourself for Lightspeed? That's just so interesting. I'm
I
sorry.
guess.
Whatever. In lore.
Red Ranger, rescue ready.
demons to the Time Force team and says his help alone won't be enough. One by one, Carter rings up the old team. We see Dana now working as a school nurse. Joel and Miss Fairweather are actually married and about to go on their honeymoon, but Miss Fairweather tells Carter that Joel will be there. Kelsey is rollerblading, and Shaddy's a lifeguard. That's it. Wes and Carter...
There's something wrong with that. He's
Okay.
saving lives.
It's my headcanon that he's a lifeguard because he's looking for the mermaid.
Aww.
That's my headcanon.
Aww.
It's never confirmed,
That's
but I
so-
like that. You know? Better than SeaWorld?
His
Absolutely
unrequited
not.
love. Aw.
Absolutely not. Because if he was still working at SeaWorld, he probably would have had benefits. I'm just saying. His job is beach.
His job is okay.
Who
He's
said
beach Ken.
that?
He's beach Ken, guys.
Listen, he is Kenough, okay?
He's Kenough.
He's Kenough. That's all I'm saying. He's Chad. He's Chad enough.
Goodness.
He's Chad enough. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Okay, sorry.
Carter go in to infiltrate the ceremony. They steal the amulet and try to escape, but Vipra chases
Wait a
them.
minute.
Carter go in to infiltrate the ceremony. They steal the...
This is an amulet?
Yeah. That's an amulet. You've never seen an amulet like that?
That's a giant chunk of amber, Kane. An amulet's like a necklace.
I mean, they could use it to make an amulet.
It's a demon amulet.
Demon,
Listen, maybe,
demon amulet. My bad.
Maybe their amulets are just different, okay?
Do you spell it
Don't-
like AMMUOELETTE?
Don't look at me. I don't have
Amulet.
spell demon. I'm a knight. I don't know anything about this.
Oh. Okay.
the amulet and try to escape, but Vipra chases after them. Carter is
Enter
about to destroy the
Vipari!
amulet, but Ransik pulls up with the Time Force Rangers held captive, and
Oh.
he hesitantly gives up the amulet. The villains use it to summon the powerful demon named Quarganon. He's about to attack the Rangers, but gets blasted.
Team.
What? Those
Those are my friends.
The Lightspeed Rangers are on the scene.
He grabs a
and
tube and
not
like,
just the core
those are my
5,
besties.
because Eric also pulls up with Ryan at the last minute.
Yippee!
And for the first time ever, both team of Rangers are here with all.
What are these faces, bro? Look at Carter.
Faces.
Look at Carter, though.
His face is so
I love that Wes
stupid.
doesn't look like he's ready for the picture.
No.
Wes and Joel.
Joel looks so mad, and meanwhile, Jen is like, "Oh my god, look, it's them!" I love this so much.
All
It's
of their
so
members.
wholesome.
Let's do it. Ready? Ready. Lightspeed, rescue.
We get a really triumphant morphing sequence.
It's so
There's no
good.
transition with the theme songs like the previous 2 seasons,
That
which
does
is a
suck.
bit of a bummer, but it's still really hype.
We do get one later in Ninja Storm and Dino Thunder, which I still think
Ooh.
is the greatest team up morph ever. Even more so than Forever Red.
It's pretty good. It's
Yeah.
very well timed.
Yeah.
Lightspeed, rescue. Time for.
The Rangers, of course, then lay the
Wait, roll that
smackdown.
back really quickly.
Yeah.
Go to. I want to see Titanium. Oh, he looked like he was just so close to everyone that he didn't want to hit anyone. So his like actions are really like
Limited.
constricted. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also really weird to see them do the Go-Go 5 pose. Cause like they didn't just fully commit to it, you know? It's like when Mighty Morphin did the Die Ranger pose. I'm like, oh, I saw it. It just looks so weird. But yeah, no, yeah, great.
The Rangers, of course, then lay the smackdown on the evil forces. It's a pretty good fight, both teams getting to shine. The final blow is really cool. The Rangers use their battleizers. It's really funny. They just instantly vaporize Vipra and the Quarganon in 0.3 seconds.
Oh my god!
Hooray.
Brett,
Day is
to be
fine.
fair, look at that. They got the 5. They got the 5-piece tenders. Damn.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh my goodness
They've
gracious.
never done anything like this ever again, I don't think. I think this is the only time they like whip out all of these
Ooh.
battleizers.
I'm thinking. I'm entering the vault. I'm entering the vault right now.
I'm pretty sure this is the only time like they pull out all of them.
I think you're right. I don't even think they ever just pull out battleizers again in crossovers.
No, they do. Like they did it during like I think it was like Dino Thunder SPD. I could be wrong.
I don't think they did because it's no one gets inside our circle and Power Rangers. You guys ready? Suit up.
Well, maybe they do it in Dino Thunder Ninja Storm.
Not in that
No.
either. They use the motorcycles in that one, but not the battleizers. Yeah, you see it? Wait, oh no. Is this the last time battleizers get used?
I almost think you're. I'm almost positive you're wrong, but I can't prove you wrong either.
Super
Anyway.
Mega Force, maybe?
No. There was nothing in Super Mega Force. Are you kidding me?
Do we not count Clash of the Red Rangers? Oh, right. The Samurai RPM crossover. I mean, that's awkward.
Doesn't
'cause
really count. It counts, but it doesn't count.
I don't really count that. Yeah. They use the battleizers for Ninja Storm and Dino Thunder? They do? I don't remember that.
I told you!
Someone said they did in chat. I don't remember that at all. And I remember that a lot. I remember a lot of that team up. I could just be wrong, though. I could just be wrong. Because I do remember the motorcycles. Because I do remember that. Because both Hunter and Ethan pull out their motorcycles. Because Hunter got an exclusive one. Okay, anyway. Sorry.
The episode ends with both
All
teams
good.
hanging out and expressing their gratitude.
Lightspeed, rescue.
Okay, that's cute.
I love that.
Ending with a victorious ride into the sunset.
Yippee!
Time for Lightspeed isn't a perfect crossover by any means, but it is what I'd consider to be the bare minimum.
Yeah.
The episode focuses on the
Yeah.
Rangers, they interact, team up, more, fight, and maybe we get a little follow-up on what the previous team has been up to. There's no focus on a stupid little girl or dumb plot.
You're so mean.
It's totally deserved. It's totally deserved. The Lightspeed Rescue Lost Galaxy team up is so bad. God.
Holes I
Understandable.
can't really pick out. Vipera just being resurrected is random, but she's a demon and a side character, so it's not like it's a big deal. It's not like they resurrected Lord Zed or anything.
Anyway,
in terms of ranking it amongst the crossovers we've watched so far, it's probably the second best. To the 10th Power once again had a lot going.
I was gonna say it's not like you have much competition, to be fair. You know.
For it. It massively played into the season, killing off a main character and progressing the story. I don't think all crossovers need to do that though. This was just a simple side quest that required the expertise of the Lightspeed Rangers. So even though Vipera isn't a massive threat that requires 2 teams, it makes sense as to why Lightspeed were needed. Overall, very fun. That's all I can ask.
Is this the GBA game? Is that what this is?
No, this is not the... I don't think this is the GBA game. The GBA game I think look worse, but it wouldn't surprise me if it is. Or maybe I'm thinking of Lightspeed.
I don't think I played this one. That's why I'm like,
I don't know. Hold on really quickly. Hi, Raiders. How are you?
He finally got it. There it is.
Get rated.
Night Kamori, thank you so much for the raid. Hi, hope you're all doing well. For those of you coming in right now, my name is Kane Knight. I am an Otome Ikemen, 1/5 of the VTuber group Invicta, and Royal Knight of His Majesty. And you are my MC, the main character of this story. You are engaged to His Majesty, and I, second round of this Otome game, am your sworn protector. Hope you're all doing well. We are watching Power Rangers Time Force. If you are nostalgic or like Power Rangers, like Roy and I do, and Zeus, who is newly getting into that, please sit back and relax. We're going down memory lane watching Power Rangers Time Force because Zeus has never experienced it before. So if any of you are also in that boat and want to ask questions about Power Rangers or want to reminisce, please leave your comments in either of our chats. We're all streaming right now, so if anyone wants to see a different point of view, by all means. But hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for the raid.
Yeah.
And the follows. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Let's go.
Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't SPD and Dino Thunder have 2 crossover boots? They did. Yeah, they were kind of unrelated, but funny related. So the first one they have is the Dino Thunder Rangers go to the future, and then
they did it both ways.
Yeah.
They went to the future and then go to the past.
Yep.
Which is funny because when that aired, they aired out of order.
Yeah.
Do you happen to remember that? Yeah. They aired out of order. So everyone was just very confused because they were like, hey, you're this person. Oh, yeah, we met you before. It was like, wait.
They're like, what? What do you mean?
What?
We never
no,
met.
you haven't. What do you mean?
It's funny. Yeah, no one gets inside. No one gets inside. No one gets inside. Oh my god.
You'll get there. It's okay.
We're actually not that far. We're like 3 seasons away from that. Oh, Zeus!
Enjoy the lurk.
Hello?
We lost Zeus for a second.
Yeah, my ping got to 5,000 real quick. I don't know what happened.
What?
The Discord Classic.
Just the Discord Classic maneuver.
The Discord class. Yeah, I see your picture of it now. I'm like,
yep.
Oh no. Oh no.
Just had to reconnect. It's all good. Because we just heard
that?
silence. So we were just like, wait, are they supposed to be talking right now?
We were talking about how you'll eventually get to the SPD Dino Thunder crossovers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah.
We'll get
Eventually.
there.
We'll get there.
Yeah. All right, moving on.
For Reflections of Evil.
Yippee!
The Rangers get sent into a mirror dimension where they need to fight villains from their past.
That's a clip show.
And then some new ones. Honestly, that's it. The whole episode is just fight after fight. Not much else to really comment on. Nadira's dream date.
Yeah.
We see Lucas writing this love poem about his race car in his journal. This is my strange addictions level of weird.
Oh my
During
God.
a fight with Nadira, he drops the journal and she finds it. She reads the poem and thinks it's about her. Nadira tells Ransik that she's fallen in love with Lucas, and he begrudgingly tries to accept it, giving Lucas flowers and gifts to shower Nadira with. He sets up a date with the two, and it's kinda cute.
I like it from like reminds me of what happened with Astronema and Zane.
Yeah, I really like this episode. It's a little cringy, but I like it.
It's like the dad having to like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
If this is what makes my daughter happy.
Yeah.
It's like going, not the blue guy. Ugh. Oh my god.
You could have had the red guy or the green guy, but you picked the blue guy.
Oh my gosh. It's like just trying to support his daughter. True.
He's trying
Ransik
his best
looking
out
on,
here.
giving Lucas signals to
We
make
love
sure
a
the date
supportive
goes
dad.
well.
Absolutely.
Later on, Ransik sends down a mutant to attack the Rangers.
Wait, isn't this the bitch from In Space, the one that swapped places
Liz
and Adam?
Wizard? No, that's not Liz Wizard.
It looks like modified from it because the head just looks the same.
Roy just said, "Isn't this the?"
I didn't know how else to say it. Okay.
No,
Oh.
that's not Liz Wizard. No.
Listen, I'll just say the head looks like it. Okay. Okay. Fair enough.
But gives orders to not hurt the Blue Ranger. When he does get hurt, Ransik is there once again, dusting him off and making sure he's okay. It's really charming. This is like the first time Ransik was shown to not be a flat.
Wait, this comic art of Nadira. Hold on a second.
Yeah, it's really good.
What? They cooked? What the hell? She has the eyebrow piercings? Excuse me? Oh.
Out evil villain. If there's one thing that he cares about more than money and power, it's his daughter. Short-circuited. The Rangers ask Circuit about the future, but Alex sees this and is afraid, immediately wiping the information from Circuit's database. That's the whole episode.
Oh,
Circuit
it's this
wants to help the
episode.
Rangers,
Yeah.
Oh, this got my heart because I felt so bad for. Okay, sorry. You're good.
You're good.
They're all hesitant because they think Circuit needs an update. Eventually, he learns Alex swiped his database and Circuit saves the day. Calm before.
Do you want to talk about it? Yeah, go ahead.
That's all?
Go ahead. I knew you were going to have to. Go ahead. I'm waiting.
There was nothing that really happens, but it shows that they can tamper. It's like a little lore thing. Anyway, every single time like Circuit had a revelation or information to share, Alex like was monitoring and was like, nope, can't do it. Mute. I'm muting you. I'm deleting whatever information you had. And then it's just gaslighting Circuit himself into like, oh, I actually don't know what I'm doing, and it causes everyone to like really second guess Circuit.
Yep. But it is definitely a good lore thing to show like, wait, if he's doing it now,
yeah,
could he
they
have
can
been
just
doing it before?
retroactively like change whatever he's saying.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is an important thing because I know I saw a couple people that were like, oh, the timeline changed. That's why Alex is such an asshole. And I'm like, nope, that's not why. We'll talk again. We'll talk about that at the end.
Okay.
Before the storm, Ransik realizes that he has no more mutant prisoners to use as soldiers. The Rangers also realize this and celebrate that their mission is almost complete. Everyone's happy about this, except Jen. And
why aren't you happy?
Wes goes to comfort her and the two reminisce.
Oh.
Yep, it's a clip show episode.
Oh.
With their journey almost complete, everyone is looking back on all the great adventures they've had together. However, there is some plot. Biolab creates a trizerium crystal that isn't supposed to be
Yep, that's what I was talking about before. They make shit that they shouldn't have.
Discovered for another 100 years. Meanwhile, Frax has created another giant robot to fight the Rangers. The episode ends with the Rangers getting a call from Alex, saying that their mission is almost complete, but Alex tells them about a new future that they've created. They save the future,
but you don't survive to make it back.
Oh.
Which leads us to...
Wait, was that Majora? Is this Majora's Mask music?
Which leads us to...
I think it is.
The end. The End of Time, Part 1. Alex says the only way to change this future is for the Time Force Rangers to return to the future now, but West has to stay behind. The Rangers hang up on Alex, and later that night, Jen tells West that they're not going back. They're staying in the present to fight alongside him. The next day, Nadira is robbing a store. Trip sees this and fights her one-on-one. That is until he sees that one of the hostages is pregnant. He stops the fight and gets
this fight scene is so funny.
It's so good.
Oh my god.
Does. The woman gives birth to her child, and this has a direct effect on Nadira. Seeing a human that's pure of heart and completely innocent, she returns to Ransik and asks him why exactly they hate humans, which his simple response is, they deserve it. She goes to the park and sees kids playing. Ransik eventually finds Frax's hideout and takes him prisoner, while also confiscating the Doomtron, which is Frax's big Megazord. While in prison, Nadira sneaks in to have a talk with Frax, asking why humans and mutants hate each other so much. Frax cathartically has a speech about hate. It was the hate from Ransik that killed him and turned him into a robot. And that feeling of hatred then carried on with Frax, wanting his revenge. He says that hate is a vicious cycle that never ends. Nadira says she's not sure she wants to hate anymore, but Frax mocks her, saying she's a dirty mutant incapable of anything else. The Cyclobots are now taking away Frax. But just then, Nadira apologizes for what her father did to him, even calling him Dr. Ferrix.
Nadira, wait!
Yeah, this.
I was wrong! You don't have to hate! Never give up!
The next time Nadira...
Oh, I was hoping he would play that scene.
Yeah.
Because this whole scene is heartbreaking.
Oh God.
It is actually like tear jerking at moments, because it literally is Nadira being like, I don't understand like why we hate like life when after she sees the baby being born, she's like, it's precious, and like hate isn't something that just exists in people. It's it's taught or it's built.
Yeah, you weren't born with it.
And literally his final like line in that is, you can break the cycle. And it always kills me, because again, it ties back into the theme of destiny, where it's she's not destined to hate. She doesn't have to hate. She gets to decide, and that she's not locked in a destiny. She can break that cycle. And it's I just freaking love the theming of Time Force so much, because it always comes back to that. Sorry. anyway.
Nadira sees Dr. Ferrix. He's completely gone. His humanity was wiped, and he was reprogrammed into a full-fledged robot. Back with the Rangers, Wes goes to his father to simply tell him he's proud to be his son. Wes then tells everyone else he has a plan, and to get back to the time ship on the beach.
There's a little thing right there. He goes there to tell his dad, he's like, hey, I just want to let you know I'm really proud to be your son. And so his dad goes, what are you doing? I can't explain. I just wanted to tell you. And he goes away, and he gets really like, there's this like tension of just, why is my son telling me this?
Yeah. And you can see Wes is kind of like tearing up in the scene.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. This is so emotional right here.
Because he knows that he has to go fight and probably not survive, because it's what Alex said, has to save the future.
Yeah.
So.
Oh no.
Especially now that they're newly like reconciled.
Son. Wes then tells everyone else.
So this is after they have already started fighting like the Ransik's monsters and everything like that.
Yeah.
Or his Cyclobots and everything.
Has a plan, and to get back to the time ship on the beach. When everyone's on board, he pushes them into a room and locks the door. Part 1 ending with Wes saying that he's sending them back to the year 3000. The end of time.
Yup. And that scene is also mega messed up.
It's
it's...
So they go in there trying to find a way to beat Ransik. And while they're doing that, you see Wes like fiddling around with all of the controls, and he finds the autopilot. So he engages the autopilot, and then Lucas kind of catches on to him. He's like, hey man, what are you doing? He's like, no, it's nothing. It's nothing. And then he like leaves the room, he throws them all in there, and he gives this really heartfelt speech about like, your place is not here in the like year 2001. You need to go back to the year 3000. That is your place. That's your time. You don't belong here.
Because they will die if they stay, which is what Alex told them. Oh man, I freaking love Time Force so much. And then Eric's using the Q-Rex to fight the giant robot that was left over from
because he's not like connected with the team. He's off doing his own thing.
Yep.
Part 2. Wes tells everyone they have their own lives to live and get back to in the year 3000. He doesn't want them to sacrifice themselves, so he's gonna stay and fight till his very last breath to protect the future his friends deserve. Everyone desperately tries to tell Wes they don't want to go, and before Jen even gets the chance to truly confess her feelings, the ship takes off and starts its voyage to the future. Back in the city, it's
I believe it
chaos.
like it stops with literally like, Wes, before we go, I need to tell you something. And then Wes, and then it just lifts off. Yeah. I think that's exactly how it goes, more or less.
It's rough.
The Q-Rex is battling with the Doomtron, and there's a massive army of Cyclobots on the ground. Eric fights valiantly, but gets overpowered. Luckily, Wes shows up and takes them to safety. Wes tells Eric the other Rangers are gone, and it's just them. Regardless though, Eric still doesn't care and says he works alone, finally venting to Wes about how he feels. He came from poverty.
The entire season they haven't had this heart-to-heart yet, and they do in the finale.
In the finale of my
goodness. They left all the good juicy melodrama for the finale.
Every day to change his destiny, to be something, while Wes was given everything. but Wes doesn't accept that.
We both fought to change our destinies, and we both succeeded. Look at this. We are Power Rangers, Eric. We're the only hope this city has right now.
Meanwhile, the rest of the Rangers arrive back in the future, sad about the situation. They ask Alex what will happen to Wes, and he tells them that Wes will die in battle. Everyone is crushed by this news, but Alex says they'll feel better when they go through memory adaptation, a procedure all time travelers go through.
Yeah.
That's an asshole move, buddy.
Yep.
Once they go through it, they'll have no memories of Wes and the year 2001.
I was gonna make a
We see the
Persona
city in
reference, but
ruins,
I don't know
and
how
Mr.
deep
Collins
I
is
should tell it.
Yeah.
Because it's a spoiler, technically.
Yeah.
Never mind, move on.
Okay.
Actually on the ground, transporting people in his limo to the hospital. Wes and Eric make it back to the clock tower. However, Ransik followed them.
Your friends. How do you know they're okay? I don't.
They ambush the two when they fight.
God, this is such a fucking good fight.
This entire scene is one of the best fight scenes in all of Rangers. I'm not even like joking. This is so good.
And it's all unmorphed. And it's just so good because it's all American made. It's all unmorphed. It's all in the home base. It has the same energy of like the Turbo
Luigi
finale.
Sakamoto choreographed the whole thing. See this beautiful clock tower? Imagine it destroyed.
Oh my god.
Just forget about it.
Gosh. I think the other...
They're home. They're home. No.
Nick of Time Ob Jobs doesn't exist anymore.
The other crazy thing, and we've been pointing it out all season, is look how beat to shit they both are. Like, they're covered in bruises. Like, Eric's shirt is ripped and torn. And it doesn't stop there. Like, even unmorphed, they will show them getting their asses kicked in this fight.
Oh my god.
Once again, they're overpowered, so Wes and Eric have a plan to blow up the clock tower and fly away. Nadira says, "Isn't
like I said, it's gone.
It's gone. Yeah, they just have to blow that shit up.
They had to.
To blow up the clock tower and fly
And
away.
then they jump out.
Yeah, they're like literally like it's just
my gosh.
It's just bam. Damn, that's crazy. Well, it's the second time he used this thing.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's funny though that they wrote it in like that. They're like, oh wait, we have an out for him. Easy.
Yeah. He couldn't just write on the
No.
on the outside again.
No.
Says isn't blowing up their home enough, but Ransik has had enough of her rambling. The next morning, Wes finds his father and the two embrace. One of the Cyclobots shoots at Wes, but Eric jumps in front and takes the blast. Eric has finally learned to trust Wes and view him as a friend, so he deactivates the Quantum Morpher and gives it to Wes, where Wes plans to make his final stand against the evil forces, all alone. The Time Force Rangers are about to go through memory adaptation, but they refuse, stepping out and saying they're going back to help Wes, and
the
nothing
tension
can stop
here
them.
was nuts.
Jen,
It's so crazy.
The tension here was incredibly.
Stop throwing things at me!
I wish
They're
Connor
basically
Sheridan
they all
Wes
get in
is
there
fighting
reluctantly,
all
and Alex is
Cyclobots
like,
by
"You have to
himself.
do this. Like, you don't have a choice.
It's protocol, yeah.
Yeah, you have no choice here." So he lines them all up. They're all like reluctantly fighting their way out, and then Jen, I think at the very last moment, like they're about to press the button, and she's like throws the door open. She's like, "No, I'm not doing this."
Yep, and
Oh
it's
my
great.
gosh. At the very last second,
Yeah.
she really thought it through.
Also, the person that threw stuff at me said, I wish Connor showed the scene where Wes is fighting the Cyclobots by himself, because it's kind of messy. Like, he is getting his ass beat because there's just so many of them.
Oh,
Riggedy
goodness.
wrecked.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Time Force Rangers are about to go through memory adaptation, but they refuse, stepping out and saying they're going back to help Wes, and nothing can stop them. Jen then gives her engagement ring back to Alex. He doesn't try to stop them. Wes is making his last stand battling an army of Cyclobots, and his friends are on the way. The End of Time Part 3. The Rangers...
The Near music? Get the hell out of here, Connor.
Wow.
Oh, good pick. Good pick. Oh, Dario Koichi Sakuma. There you go. Perfect.
to the past just in time. They assist West and fight the Cyclobots. One by one, they destroy the
Wait,
army.
let me go back to that
Past
shot
just
for
in
a second.
time. They assist West and fight the Cyclobots.
Look how many there are.
Oh my god.
Yeah, just to give you an idea scale-wise, how big the invasion of the city is.
Yeah, they are.
They're just going at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are overpowered.
That's not an army. This
is an army. This is an army.
Oh my gosh.
One by one, they destroy the army. Wes is shocked they all came back, and they tell him that if he can change his destiny, they can change theirs too. The final battle is about to commence. They do battle with the Doomtron. It's a tough fight, but they eventually destroy it, along with Frax, where he can finally rest in peace. Nadira can't bear the sight of the destruction anymore and runs away, finding an abandoned baby and running away from the chaos. Ransik has had enough and does battle with the Rangers himself.
I love Nadira,
He's
man.
incredibly powerful. Even with 5 against 1, he dominates the Rangers.
Oh, yeah, this is a fucking, look how messed up this fight is. Hold on a second.
Throwing them.
Yeah.
The Rangers himself. He's incredibly powerful.
Ooh.
Even with 5 against 1, he dominates the Rangers. The
Ooh.
Rangers
How
are
is their
down,
visor not broken
but
there?
Jen
Oh
is
my
the one who
god.
stands back up and refuses to lose.
And that is, I love Jen, man. Because like even like obviously like Wes is a very important character in this, but like it's Jen. At the end of the day, it was her mission to come back and bring Ransik back.
He's the main character
Yeah.
of this show.
100%.
Is he gonna play the scene?
Is to bring you back, and I promise you, I'm going to do it.
She goads Ransik.
Oh, also, is that the first time we see him without his mask on?
Without his mask, yeah.
Yeah, this is the first time.
Look at the practical effects.
This was
from that.
allowed on children's television.
Yeah.
God damn.
I just look so good too.
I mean, granted, they also greenlit Courage the Cowardly Dog, so
Oh,
you
that's
know
fair.
what?
That's fair.
Yeah.
Courage is really messed
I
up.
would argue this is way worse.
I don't know, man. Return the slab. Return the slab,
slab is-
man.
Return the Slab is not a fun scene.
It's not.
Or the You're Not Perfect
goes
one.
Ransik in the-
That's a good one
the
too.
dream sequence. That's also just weird. I don't
Yeah.
know what the I don't understand what that is.
Ooh.
Okay.
Chasing her into
Moving
a
on.
warehouse, where Ransik sees someone moving and instantly blasts at the body. But it wasn't Jen. It was Nadira, protecting the baby. Ransik is horrified at his actions. He realizes now his hatred for humans almost cost him the one thing he's ever cared for and loved in this world. And for the first time ever in Power Rangers history, the main villain turns himself in. With Ransik now in custody, it's time for Wes to say goodbye to his friends. It's a really sad moment. The team
This
really
still
did feel
breaks
like
me
a
up.
family.
I'm not gonna lie.
When Wes reaches Jen, they finally pour their hearts to each other. Wes saying he wishes Jen could stay, and Jen finally saying, "I love you." She gives Wes his badge and tells him to never forget her, wishing he could live another 1,000 years so they could be together again. And with one final hug, the Rangers head back to the year 3000.
It should have been a kiss.
So I don't know, but I think there was a kiss filmed.
There was.
I don't
They said.
know.
Oh.
It was?
Yeah.
Okay.
They just didn't air it.
Mm.
The final scene has Mr. Collins saying the Silver Guardians will continue to protect the city for free, and Wes can be in charge if he wants to, and he agrees. But only if Eric can be his partner, which he seems to be on board with. And with
Aw.
that, Power Rangers Time Force comes to an end.
It's so good,
A
man.
very... Oh, what the hell is this? Hold on, we'll get back to that.
Wow.
I forgot. I forgot the
Wow.
Wild Force preview shows up there.
It shows up at the very end of the
Yeah.
episode.
It's scary. It's a jump scare.
Oh my goodness.
Power Rangers Time Force is incredible. Just as perfect as I was hoping it would be upon my rewatch from when I was younger.
Yeah.
The ending is so bittersweet. Probably the first and only real season that I can remember to end on somewhat of a sad note. Originally, Jen was going to stay in the past with Wes. I think that's all I would have needed to not be crying like I am now. Speaking of changes, Eric was originally supposed to die in the finale,
Yup.
similar to his Sentai counterpart.
I will
but
talk
I guess
about
the
that.
higher-ups didn't like the idea of a ranger dying.
Again.
So this is the
Still
best
don't.
part.
They still
I also
don't.
don't know where else to mention this, but originally there was going to be a Time Force movie.
Yep.
Yeah, a full-on theatrical release. That shows how popular this season was. But for whatever reason, it was canceled. I mentioned before I was torn on the Wes, Jen, and Alex love triangle, mainly because Wes is like Alex's great-great-great-grandfather. So
Yeah.
Jen falling in love with him was kind of weird. I was looking at the relationship through a
God.
more
I mean, I
critical eye for
guess.
this
Yeah. I get it.
video.
If you
But
look
the
at
end
it
of
like
the-
that,
Yeah.
She literally said like, "Nah, I'm not, I would like to go for your great grandfather
Yeah.
instead." That looks exactly like you.
Their chemistry is so natural and perfect. This is easily my favorite couple in Power Rangers.
It's really
They were
good.
written so well and mature that the show's never seen before, and their acting took it to another level. The only criticism, of course, is the fact that they never kiss. Like, watch this and tell me a kiss wouldn't have been perfect right here.
I wish I could live another 1,000 years so we could be together again.
The team was
Yeah.
easily
It's just like, come on. Like, it just would have sealed it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Hmm.
of my
That's
favorites.
one hot
I'll always have a
grandpa.
place in
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I mean, listen, Jason Fon's a looker. I'm just saying, that man aged very well.
my heart for the OG Mighty Morphin and In Space Rangers, but here, every character had a character. Trip was always lovable and caring about people first and foremost. Of course it would be him that would stop the fight with Nadira to help a pregnant woman.
True.
Katie always felt like Trip's older sister, a gentle giant who constantly proved she was strong physically, but vulnerable emotionally. I even have good things to say about Lucas.
Huh?
His cool guy shtick was kind of dry in the beginning.
Well,
That's crazy.
Okay.
Listen, I'm just
I
saying.
mean-
The way
At
you
least-
reacted to
I'm just saying.
that.
That
At
listen,
least-
I like Lucas at times, but most other people are like, man, Lucas ruins this season. It was almost perfect except for Lucas. I'm like, damn, I don't know. Listen, sure.
damn, bro, you don't
Sure,
have to.
sure.
Damn, okay.
Damn, sure.
But you could see why kids would think he's cool. He was the first to morph and protect the city when Katie was having her freak out and everyone was unsure of the
True.
future. He was the first person to stand up to Alex and get in his face. Eric was an amazingly complex character.
Yup.
Throughout the entire show, he never truly felt like a sixth ranger.
Yup.
He never felt like someone the Rangers could count on and work together with.
Yep.
Until the very end, he was stubborn, but ultimately always did the right thing. Kinda like the Magna Defender before Mike was in control. I like the idea of a lone ranger who you'll never know if they're fighting with or against you.
Like an anti-ranger.
Ransik, Nadira, and Frax were also great villains. At least Nadira was during the finale. Throughout the show, she was mainly just annoying. I love how the only time Ransik was shown to be a good guy was when he was with Lucas. Vernon Wells is
I mean,
I
He-
mean,
it's-
he
it
wanted
was
to
for
make
his daughter.
Happy.
yeah, it was for his daughter. His first daughter.
an
Or his
incredible
daughter.
actor. I'm sure
love
they
and
had him
support her
ham it
dad.
up and
Yeah.
be extra
Yeah.
evil for the camera, but there was still a great level of control and balance to be menacing. People will cite Time Force as the best of the Saban era of Power Rangers, and it's no wonder as to why.
Yeah.
It's the best acted, most mature with the writing while still balancing fun and action. It's easily in the top 3 for me when it comes to the best Power Rangers seasons ever. And
Yeah.
these characters are
Easy.
all perfect. I cannot recommend this season enough. Oh yeah, what's weird is right when the finale episode comes to an end, we get a teaser for the next season, Power Rangers Wild Force. My guess is that they put it here because like Time Force's ending is kind of sad. So if a kid is crying or something, it's like, hey, cheer up, look, new Power Rangers.
Yeah, cool new
the
thing.
promo also uses a different opening song that wouldn't be used in the
The very
final
first demo
show.
theme we ever got.
Yeah, it's really interesting. You can still go back and hear that online now, but it's like I like the actual Wild Force theme better. I'm not gonna lie.
It has a nice charm to it, but yeah, it's the final one that we use is much better.
Yeah.
Oh, it's pretty catchy.
Power Rangers, Wild Force.
But we'll have to save that
Wild
for later.
Force,
because
go!
next time we'll be accessing our wild sides with the final season of the Saban era of Power Rangers.
Thank you, Connor, for
Yo!
saying that it's the final season of the Spawn era, because I still find people that are like, no, it's the first season of the Disney era. And I'm like, no, it's not.
It's not.
No, it's not.
Disney had control of it, but it's not the first.
It's not the first season of the Disney era. But we will get there. Because Connor did release Ninja Storm like 2 days ago.
Wait, really?
Yeah. So he went way further. I thought he was going to stop at the end of the Saban era. Well, originally I thought he was going to stop at the end of Lost Galaxy. That was the first stopping point. And then he went past that. I was like, okay, he'll stop at Wild Force. And he went to Ninja Storm. I think he's just going for it, dude. I think he's
going for it. Every single series
Until
like Hasbro decided to free Power Rangers from its jail cell.
Oh my god. One day. All right, let's finish this.
Power Rangers Wild Force.
Oh, that is literally the end of the video.
The Forever Red season.
Yes, the Forever Red season. Also, this thumbnail, the quality of these like pictures, you can see how much like
really
easier.
good.
It's so much easier to get like high quality like PNGs nowadays for these.
Especially now that they're like reusing suits and everything. So it's just so much easier to get it from like higher quality footage.
Yeah. Beluska, dude, we can. I'm just going back to my room real quick.
Samesies.
Kapow! Hey!
Oh man,
I love Time
That
Force
was a
so
trip.
much. What? Yeah, what'd you think,
I
Zeus?
get it. Sorry.
I love it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I would say with how mature and the themes, it definitely does bring how they improve so much of their writing from having like a lot of loopholes in the few couple seasons first to then having like only like maybe a few, you know, like a couple teeny tiny ones, but then again you don't care.
Yeah.
So
The thing is that like
logical.
they had a huge crutch though, because like Roy said, a lot of it was just based on the original Super Sentai. So like they did. So yeah, they did like a lot of really good like original writing, and their dialogue is fantastic. But they had a huge crutch. Like, okay, what did they do in Japan? Cool, we're doing that here.
I mean, it worked.
It worked.
Technically also
Yeah,
worked.
100% worked.
I'm just surprised that there are like enough original material to at least separate it from the JP side of things. It's original enough, but not actually. It's like, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
original enough, but not really at the same time. Yeah.
Okay.
Are we gonna talk about the notes?
I do have a couple of
I guess we're
notes.
hitting the notes, yeah.
I do have a couple notes. Some of them are pretty interesting. Cause there's like some really interesting like changes that they made throughout the season that like you don't think would be like needed to be changed. Because like I said, even today, like Time Ranger is wildly considered like a really, really good season. Even though commercially it didn't do well, critically it did very well.
Yeah.
And the big thing about that, the big changes they made, they all ended up kind of going into the same point. But there are some ones I was like, I wonder why they made this change. So, we can start with like the Ranger differences. Time Blue, or you know, the Blue Ranger. The big differences for him, he was still the cool guy and he was still the racer. But the big thing that they didn't really do with Lucas, and after watching Time Ranger, I'm really mad they didn't. It felt, oh my god, like I wish they did. So Time Blue, or the Blue Ranger, was considered to be very reckless and jump into fights a lot. Like, and that's why he was the first one to jump into that fight. In that was pointed out.
I actually didn't know that. Yeah.
So he was constantly reckless to the point where, like, after a fight the Rangers had that they barely won, Red Ranger pulled him aside and was like, hey, like, what's going on? Like, why are you just jumping in these fights without thinking? Like, I'm usually the one that, you know, the Pink Ranger's yelling at, like, talk to me. You find out that he has a congenital heart disease and he's dying.
Oh my god.
And because they're stuck in the year 2001, they don't have the medicine to heal it. So he's literally on a time clock. And that becomes a plot point across the season where there are fights that he like almost dies in because he has a heart attack. And Red has to keep it a secret from the rest of the team So then there's this dynamic between red and blue where I will keep your secret, but you have to stop being reckless. And then blue doesn't stop being reckless. And it really starts like a really like weird relationship between them. And
Oh God.
I wish they would have done something with that because it makes sense for like the race car driving aspect because he's like, well, I'm going to die anyway. I might as well do some cool stuff. So I really liked that part.
I'm trying to think of like if that would impact Lucas's character at all, and I don't think it would. I think it would only add. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it just would have been better because it could have developed his and Wes's relationship more too.
Yeah, I'm trying so hard to think of like how that could possibly make it convoluted, and I can't see anything.
Yeah. It's really good. There's a lot of really good scenes where like the Red Ranger's name is Tatsuya, where like Time Blue has to go off and do things by himself and then stops responding to comms because he's doing something. And Time Red's like, oh no, what if he had a heart attack? Like what if his condition like flared up and he's dead? And he has no way of knowing whether he's alive or dead. And it adds like dread for like a whole episode of like, holy crap, Blue could have just died. So I wish they kept that. It is a really good plot point. I understand maybe it would have been maybe a little too dark for a children's show for Power Rangers.
Maybe. It's one of those things that like I personally think it's important for kids to like see these things.
Yeah.
But I also, on the other hand, this might be really, really bad.
Yeah, like there's even an episode they get locked in a freezer and Red gives him his jacket because he's like, well, you have a heart problem, so like I want to protect you. And they get into a huge fight about it because he's like, don't treat me like I'm weak just because of this. Like I'm a Time Ranger, damn it. Like it's such an interesting dynamic between them, and I wish they kept it.
Oh my goodness.
Another one that's really interesting. Time Yellow is a man, and is much more like the goofball of the team.
Of the group?
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of clips about this.
It's interesting because they kept some things in Katie, and I don't necessarily hate it, but I feel like they missed a lot of what was important, where like he didn't really want to be there. Like he kind of just followed, the leader because like they thought it was going to be like a real quick one and done situation, and it's not. And every day that he's like in the past, he's like, I don't want to be here. I don't know any of these people. I don't care about any of these people. I just want to go home. And he says it multiple times. He's like, I don't care about the people of the past. Like, I just want to like get our job done and go. He's like, I miss my family. I miss my friends. I miss my life. He was a sumo wrestler
Pretty selfish,
as well.
but okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So that was cool. He did a lot of like wrestling stuff, so that's why he was the strong man. And then the other thing, you remember the photography episode?
Yeah.
So
yes,
that's a whole relationship they just didn't bring over, where it's a side character that shows up for at least like 15 episodes in Time Ranger and ends up in a relationship with Time Yellow and makes it difficult for him to leave. So it's like his reason to stay, because it's like she finds out that she's attracted to who she thinks is Time Blue, but is actually Time Yellow. But so she thinks she's in love with Blue Ranger, but she's actually in love because she finds out who like she's like, oh, I love Time Yellow, but she thinks Time Yellow is Lucas. And then their relationship develops across the season, and it's really nice and gives him a reason to stay and realizing you can make your own bonds, and what matters is living in the moment instead of always clinging to something that happened in the past, even though it's technically the future.
The whole plot point with Katie Yellow in Time Force with her family does that happen in Time Ranger?
Yep. Yeah, the whole thing is like he misses his family, and like that's a huge factor for him being like, well, like we're gonna ruin the future, which means I'm gonna kill my family. Like if we change the future at all, we could make it to the point where they're dead, and I can't live with that. So that was a big deal for him. So that was one that I understood why they changed, because like I feel like they hit most of the points with Katie. I just don't know why they didn't just make her like a brawler without giving her superhuman strength. It felt a little unnecessary. They could have just made her buff,
I agree, but I also think it kind of inadvertently sets it up for SPD.
Sure. But that brings me to Green, which is a weird one for me. I don't know why they changed this, and it weirds me out sometimes. So Green is still an alien, in Time Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like landed on Earth early and is like the last of his race and was treated like how like Superman was when he landed in Russia in that one storyline. So they put him in a lab and they experimented on him instead of him being like able to talk to people and experience life. So his character in Time Ranger is way more naive and trusting of people because he's just like, well, why would these people lie to me? They're being nice to me. Like, I've never experienced this before. Like, thanks for being my friend. And it's why he cares so much about his team, but he's very bad at social situations, doesn't understand racism, doesn't understand why people would want to hate each other, thinks everyone's just a living being. Like, it's a very different character from Trip.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh man, knowing who Trip is, I don't know if I would have liked that.
It would have been
because I
weird.
like Trip as a character.
Yeah,
I really like Trip as a character, but knowing that he could have been so completely different.
Yeah,
I don't know if I would have liked it on him.
Yeah. Oh, and he's the tech expert, like like even more so than Trip is. Like makes all of their new tech. So even gives them a stop time function, which is really cool. It's like a power up basically. It's like you press like a combination on the morpher, which is always on their suit, by the way. You press like a combination, it freezes time for like 5 seconds and then overheats and can't be used for like 24 hours or something.
Oh wow.
So it's like a really cool thing. They use it a couple times in the show, but they just wanted to show off like the CG and everything.
They ever did that in Time Force?
I don't think they did. There's footage of it.
They never did like. Yeah, they've never done that in Time Force.
But it's a shame because it's an episode where like the Green Ranger gets very much like everybody gets bodied in a fight and everyone's kind of like, well, we just need to like fight stronger and better as a team. And Green Ranger's like, nah, I'm gonna make some tech. And everyone's like, okay, I guess, but like, you know, it didn't work the first time in the fight. Like you saw what happened, you know? And then what's it called? They fight like the monster that beat everybody else, and it's just Green against him, and he's mocking him for being weak and being like the weakest, and he's like, you have to rely on all your tech. And it's a growing episode for him because he's like, well, yeah, of course I rely on my tech because I'm smart and it's my biggest thing. I don't have to be brawny.
Yeah.
And that's where like the episode with Trip happens where he's like, well, I can be cool like Lucas. It's that episode. But he leans into the, oh, I'm the tech expert of the team, so I invented stopping time. We'll do Time Pink because hers is really simple. She's still a badass and she's still the leader of the team. But she's not in a relationship with Alex from the future. So I always thought that was interesting. I liked it how they did it in Time Force, but yeah, she's just not in a relationship with him. She's just a hard ass. Her family were cops and were murdered by one of the mutants that Ransik.
Oh, this is the thing you were talking about earlier.
And that's why she wanted to join Time Force, so she could hunt them down. And then when she found out that the Ransik villain took that inmate back with them to the past, she's like, well, I have to go get justice for my family. Like, if he's gonna release them, I have to be there to stop him. Or investigate it more, because she wanted to be a detective. Other than that, her character's pretty much on point. It's like the same thing. She doesn't really form a relationship with Red though. It's kind of just friendship, which is fine. You know, you don't always need a relationship.
True.
But she's definitely like leader of the team. So, and she keeps Red in line a lot. Red is
good.
Yeah, absolutely. Red is almost 100% the same. Which is like the big good thing, because they copied a lot of the good points from Time Ranger and brought them over into Time Force. The biggest things that I remember being different is like, so the character's name was Tatsuya in Time Ranger.
Right.
He wanted to be, he was either karate or judo, but he wanted to be a professional, like he wanted to be the judo guy. Like he wanted to perform for his country and fight for his country, like in the Olympics and like that kind of thing. But his dad was like, well, you know, you gotta run the family business. And had the friend that was Eric, his name's Naoto. Literally same exact story. Even that scene where they were like, oh, that guy invited him to a party was also in Time Ranger. Literally same exact thing. Yeah, literally same exact thing. But yeah, so the other thing is just Red is actually trained in martial arts and loves martial arts. So that's kind of his thing, is he is an actual martial artist. I don't think there was anything else that was crazy different. It doesn't fall in love with Pink. Has a very strange relationship with his dad, of course. And then Naoto is very interesting, because Naoto is kind of the same as Eric, except for like...
Hello, puppy.
Hello, puppy.
Hi, puppy.
Guys, why are you guys barking? Okay, they
Let me
wanna
guess,
go
they've
outside.
never been fed ever in their entire life.
I have fed them!
I knew
I
it.
can't believe you would do this,
God.
Zeus.
Oh my
Let me-
goodness. They would never lie to me. Right, puppies?
Yeah. Naoto's
Okay,
big
they're
thing.
outside.
Oh, they're outside, you said?
Yeah, they
Okay.
went out the room. They were all 4 of them were here.
Oh my gosh. Naoto's big thing, or the Quantum Ranger's big thing, is he died like 3 or 4 episodes from the end. And it was him protecting someone after almost dying in another fight.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, he just straight up dies. And it's not pretty. It's like he gets gunned down. It's
Oh god.
it's pretty visceral, I'm not gonna lie. And then he sees Tatsuya, the Red Ranger, at the end, and gives him the morpher, and it's pretty visceral.
Oof.
One of the other big things, and this is kind of something the big one I wanted to talk about, the West counterpart, Alex, is just evil. Like, he's not an asshole.
Really?
He's just so.
What?
So here's the thing. He stages his death. He stages it. He fakes it intentionally. Because, like, a while back, there was an experiment of traveling through time with Time Force powers.
Okay.
With the quantum powers specifically. And that's where they kind of came up with the idea for the Q-Rex being, like, lost in time. That was him. He was the Quantum Ranger then and lost the Q-Rex. Unfortunately, because he did that, it altered the timeline because the Q-Rex got lost in time. And the new timeline ended up with him getting, like, you know, dishonored, disowned, and dying. So he staged the entirety of, like, Time Force and Time Ranger to change the timeline so he would survive and be the hero. So he actually was supposed to go back in time when Naoto or Eric got the quantum powers and get them for himself and then take over as the leader.
Oh god.
So he literally is like, he's not like evil like, haha, I have to kill everybody, but he's like, oh god, I messed up so bad, so I have to ruin the timeline to save myself, even if it means killing a bunch of other people and ruining more timelines. And it's not really revealed until like the last couple of episodes that he's been kind of pulling the strings behind the scenes the entire time. And I wish they kept that for Alex, because I think it would have been a really cool thing. Oh yeah,
Really cool twist.
Time Force Blue kills him.
Oh god.
Yeah, so because he's a piece of shit. He really is.
You really do be.
Yeah, he really do. He literally is like, yeah, it was my fault that the Q-Rex ended up back in time, but like, now I get to fix this, and by fixing it, Naoto and Red die. Like, clearly it's the way to do it.
That is not how it is.
Yeah.
They have. Oh god.
Yeah, it's crazy. It is actually nuts. And then the last one is the villains, where it's just it's a mafia instead of, you know, a bunch of mutants.
Criminals.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of like random criminals.
Yeah. But the idea is because it's a mafia, he's kind of the Don is creating a family.
Yeah.
And he's trying to be like, well, these people were rejected from society because they looked weird, they acted weird, they sounded weird, whatever. So like the kind of air quotes racism is kind of still there, where it's like, well, we were outcasts and that's why.
I kind of like how they handled it in Time Force more than.
I do too.
If that's the case.
But the same thing happens with Frax, and that it's like Frax shows him like kindness, and then the Don betrays him, and you know, like screws him over, and he has to become the robot. But the thing is, as soon as like it gets like later into the series, where the Don is kind of like, I don't like this anymore. Like, I don't like how many people are getting hurt. Like, I didn't want to use the X mutants. Like, I didn't want to kill people. I just wanted to rob some banks, get some money, and live a good life. And Frax is like, no, we have to kill everybody. And he's like,
Oh God.
I don't know about that, man. Like, that's a little bit further. Like, why are you doing this? And he's like, well, you did this to me. And then it's revealed that he's the big villain. And then Frax takes over as the big villain.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, it's a lot of like red herrings and like subterfuge of who's the real villain? And it's like, it's Frax, but then Frax, like, it's actually Alex. And then it's, oh God, who's the actual villain? It's a lot of really good, like, subtle plot twists that they were leading up to. Exactly.
Yeah. So that clears up a lot of things, because until you told me that Gluto, that Toad thing was the main villain, I was always under the assumption that Frax was the main villain of Time Ranger. I actually didn't know that he kind of took over halfway.
It's more, not really halfway, it's like 3/4 of the way. It's like when the reveal happens in Time Force. It's like the same time. So, but it's just the Dawn is like, I just care about money and making my air quotes daughter happy. And that's all I care about. I just want to make sure she lives a good life. So.
Which is honestly understandable.
And but like I said, I think both stories ended up at mostly the same point and told very similar stories to very similar effects. Like, I give both of them like high praises. Yeah.
But still done pretty well despite the changes.
Yeah. I think it's like it's really funny because so I say this about Time Force and Wild Force respectively, because Time Force copied almost everything from Time Ranger.
1-to-1.
Almost 1-to-1. Wild Force to Gal Ranger, which is the source material for Super Sentai, Gal Ranger, it is even more of a 1-to-1 copy.
It's like, yeah.
Oh.
I think Wild Force was like kind of like the, we did this with Time Force and it did really, really well. I feel like if we did it again,
it could work as well. Maybe.
So here's a crazy thing. There are parts that Wild Force did better. Like, I think Master Org is way better than the
we'll
actual.
Get to it when we get to it, obviously.
But yeah, Master Org way better. Villains in general, I think, are just better in Wild Force. But everything else that, like, because Gal Ranger did it badly, or like scenes that they did badly, they were then also done badly in Wild Force.
Oh, no.
Because they were copying it so 1-to-1, where it's like Time Ranger, Time Force, they were like, oh, they did this well, let's put our twist on it, and it's still good. Gal Ranger was like, we did this kind of like not great because we had to, and Wild Force is like, ooh, okay.
Let's just do it exactly the same. Let me copy your homework and like change the name.
Animus is just as bad in Gal Ranger, but not as bad in other parts. So to give you an
just
idea,
don't like Animus.
It's bad. It's pretty stupid. I'm not gonna lie.
We talked about this. You just don't like Animus.
I don't. I really dislike Animus. Oh, I'm so tossed up between liking Red more in Gal Ranger or Wild Force, because they are completely different characters. That is the one big change too. Them and Villain are hugely different in Wild Force and Gal Ranger. I won't say anything about Cole, but in Gal Ranger, he's like a veterinarian.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
it's different. You'll see when we get there. Obviously that's like spoilery stuff, but
Yeah.
Eventually.
Oh.
Whenever we get to scheduling that.
Wait. Actually, crazy one. So it's about Gal Ranger, not about Wild Force, and doesn't happen in Wild Force. Can I say it?
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
That's fine, yeah.
There's a total party wipe in Gal Ranger, and when I say total party wipe, I mean death. Every Ranger except the Red Ranger and 6th Ranger die at one point. Like, die. Like, go to hell, die. And are viscerally killed on screen. It's so.
I have questions, but I will refrain.
That is.
It involves a broken visor scene. It involves a lot of screaming and crying. It might be the most visceral scene I've seen in Super Sentai. I'm not gonna lie. It's a rough episode.
Huh.
It doesn't happen the same, Gonzo. It's not even remotely the same.
Oh, God.
Yeah, there's a lot of blood everywhere.
Oh my god.
It's like it's the one episode where you're like, whoa, okay, I'm watching Super Sentai. I'm not watching Power Rangers. Oh my gosh.
That is an oofs.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I like Super Sentai a lot, but it's hard to watch because it's hard to find places to watch.
Are definitely
There's a
really
lot, yeah.
dark, as they say.
There's a lot. I only just started Hurricaneger, so.
It's interesting hearing Roy talk about it because I'm not super familiar with like the older Super Sentai, starting from like 2015 onward. I'm way more familiar. I've like watched everything more or less up to this current point. So Roy knowing everything about like these past seasons is very, very interesting.
I just like being able to like compare it to some of the Power Rangers seasons we watch because I'm like, oh, this is where they got with it, like the scene from, you know? And yes, Tubi does still have all of these seasons for free on their site.
If anyone wants to watch Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, Ultraman even, definitely check out tubi.tv. I don't know if it's region locked. If you want to watch it on Twitch, you can also do it on Tokushoutsu.
Yep.
It's just a 24-hour stream. I believe they also do it on YouTube as well. Don't quote me on that, but I believe they do. But if you just want constant Tokusatsu, Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, Ultraman streams, Tokushoutsu is the way to go. Tubi.tv.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's some really good stuff, but I think that's it for my yapping on Sentai and Time Ranger. So
thank you for the yapping.
Yeah.
No, you're so good at it, as always.
We all here to yap.
Oh my gosh.
As always.
Well, I'm glad we all got to sit down. Genuinely, I have been looking forward to this for like multiple months.
Oh yes.
I remember Roy having to call me out of a random saying like, all right, 15 seconds up and then gone.
Oh
and
yeah.
asked, why did you do that?
My chat made a joke. They were like, you should do like a collab with Zeus, and I'm like, I don't know what Zeus is doing. And I was like, wait, hold on a second. And I just called Zeus and I was like, hey, my chat came up with an idea to collab with you. So we're going to collab for 15 seconds. And by the time I finished explaining that, it was like 12. So I was like, 3, 2, see you later. And then hung up.
Yeah. I was just so confused.
Honestly, that's just the way to go though.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh my god.
Very quickly, impromptu. Hey, we're collabing.
Yeah.
And we're done. Thank you so much, everyone.
Right.
Be sure to follow
Thanks,
Zeus.
guys.
Oh my goodness gracious.
See you guys in the next collab. All right, bye.
See you at the next one. Bye.
I love it.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
I love it so much. But seriously, thank you guys for coming back together again. I'm looking forward to doing Wild Force in the future. Because that is definitely going to be a high point for Kane.
You mean Forever Red?
Yep.
The greatest Power Ranger episode of all time, no question.
I love that Roy sounds so tired.
We finally found it. Cogs, keep digging. Zed was a fool to leave this buried here. He's lost. Our king. They've almost finished digging it out. Zelon, let's go! And then they ride the horses on the moon.
Yep.
And then,
Forever Red is definitely one of the greatest Power Rangers achievements ever. I will, hands down, it is easily a top 10 episode of all time. I do have issues with it. I do have like, I don't think it's
there's so many issues. Okay. Once it hits like, what is it? The 15 minute mark, the 20-minute mark, then we have problems.
Yeah.
But
Got you.
There's some cool things and some like behind the scenes stuff that I always kind of question, like why Rocky didn't get invited to come back, why they didn't have.
We know like the full like real world reason for that. Do you know the real world?
Oh no,
reason for that?
I don't think I ever heard about it.
Oh, it's as simple as he changed his mailing address. He moved.
No.
Wait, what?
So, all right. So Forever Red, obviously, is the collection of the first 10 Red Rangers at this point.
Yep.
Rocky, the second Red Ranger, the one that takes after Jason, right? He was invited to Forever Red, but he had just moved at this point, so he never received the invite.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's actually crazy.
That's so
Yeah. That's the reason. How they would have incorporated him, I have no idea. Like, that's beyond me. But that's the reason he moved.
I think so in my mind, what it would have been, since Jason's there and has obviously the Tyrannosaurus coin, they could have just given him the Red Ape coin. And just, Red Ranger power and had like ape fighting style, And then
maybe.
And then there could have been some interesting like dynamics with Oriko. And then Oriko's the other one that I'm kind of like, what did the actor for Oriko not come back? Because it's not him.
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay.
That's beyond me. I have no idea about that.
Yeah. Make him Die Ranger Red? Well, that would have been crazy.
I mean, I've always been of the mind they just give him the Ninjetti, like, suit. It'd be weird next to everyone else, but I
think that would have been cool. I still get mad when because they still haven't ever addressed that. Because Ninjor does specifically say these are ninja powers and no one can take your ninja powers away from you. I'm like, what?
We're getting into the lore again.
Yeah, I know, but it just makes me so mad that they can just never Ninjetti, I'm just like, why?
Well, now they can't go Ninjetti at all. Now it's going to belong to some random person.
Oh my God.
Goodness gracious.
Are either of you going to continue streaming or are you guys done?
I'm going to probably end early.
Okay.
So are you ending right now?
I am in fact ending.
Yeah, we're going to raid. Are we?
I'm going to raid. Yes.
I'm probably going to raid, yeah.
I'm going to raid, yeah.
All right. Well, guys, thank you again. Chat, I hope you guys all enjoyed this. It was a blast to get the gang back together. I hope we get to plan one. Hopefully
soon,
not in 3 months.
Listen, I will be able to plan one soon. I promise.
Let's go!
Let's go!
I would imagine, or I would hope that'll probably be December if we can do that. And we'll talk about it after stream. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your night.
Yeah. Let's see who can we collectively raid.
Zeus ending early. Guys, I've told you guys this at literally the start of yesterday.
I was gonna raid Joel because he's prepping for a new.
I was also planning.
That's fine.
Because he's planning a new. He's prepping for a new Pokemon event in the Cobblemon server that they just announced.
Confused
so
as to why we all just raided them.
I mean, listen, it just happens to the rest of us. I don't know what to tell you.
That is true. That is true.
All right, let's go
Thank
ahead
you,
and
everyone. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I know I haven't posted my schedule yet. I forgot actually last night.
Vendor, let me know when the raid message is ready.
I gotta get my raid stuff together.
Gonna put that one up.
That one's good.
Oh, Twitch is doing that stupid thing where it's not grabbing all my viewers again. I hate that.
Yeah, it takes a while because Twitch is weird.
Yeah, I don't get that. Guys, thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out. I had a blast. I love getting to yap with my friends. I love getting to yap with my friends. It's always so fun. So, yeah. All right, guys. We're gonna send you over to Joel. Have a great rest of your night.
Bye bye.
See you tomorrow for. I think Cobblemon. I think I'm playing Cobblemon tomorrow.
Okay. I'm Vendor, if you have it ready, you send it.
Oh, I'm just using my raid command. Do you
I know.
Oh, okay.
But Vendor always makes mine, so I got it.
Oh! Okay, well, I'm gonna raid now. So.
Okay, well, okay.
Yippee! All right, bye, guys.
Bye.